Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Y'all know what it is. It's First Formation. It's me, your boy Trey, my man Bishop. Bishop, what's good with you, brother? What's going on this morning?
WGO, WGO, what's going on? How y'all doing this morning? This hump day? It's Wednesday, baby. How y'all living? We halfway through the week. One more day before we hit the weekend. Hopefully this finds everybody doing well on this Wednesday. Man, we had some good games last night. We had a lot going on. What up, Freddie? How you doing? Good morning, sir. Good morning. Glad you can make formation, bro. Glad you can make formation. No 48-56 for you, sir. Yeah, man. How you feeling this morning, Trey? On this
I'm good. I'm
Wednesday
good.
hump day.
I'm good. I'm good this morning. Of course, we get our the Fort Polk intramural basketball playoffs start today.
Okay.
So I get a chance to see who's going to turn it up and who was playing, who was just basically
Anthony,
coasting
what's up?
through to see if it's anybody that was basically playing possum and is going to turn it up as the lower seed teams start today. So of course, always a good thing.
Okay. Okay. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Playoffs. So the playoffs start tonight.
Yeah, tonight.
Okay.
Oh wow.
What?
I didn't realize something, but yeah, yes, playoffs start tonight.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah. So something else starts tonight. It goes on tonight too. Uh, Wednesday, second Wednesday of the week.
Oh, yeah. That is tonight. That is
Yeah,
tonight. Yeah.
yeah. I'll be there. I'll just be listening. But yeah, so yeah, greatly looking forward to it.
Mhm.
And you know, what I'm saying although I have I ain't gonna say I have favorites, but there's a couple that I know that I see who are favorite. Uh, Although it was some promise, you know how you see spurts from people, but oh, if they just had one more, they'd probably
Yeah.
be pretty good and stuff like that. So, it
What
it
up,
it,
Fred?
it comes down. What's good? What's good, Taylor? Taylor made. So it basically comes down to that.
Mhm.
But you know, what I'm saying, and as long as I hope it's not like boring, that'd be the worst.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but you don't see no Cinderellas like the March Madness ain't no Cinderella team that might come through and make a run.
Nah, so we have a couple of teams. It's like so my playoff is only be a 16 elimination. So
Okay.
I have last year's champions was the Veterinarians,
Oh.
which are currently the 2 seed, and
Oh wow.
their team is only their team is only 4 to 6 deep. Like sometimes they might walk up with 4 people, you know, what I'm saying the bare minimum to start with and get a dub
With four people?
with 4 people.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they got a sniper on their team. Uh, and then, but the number one seed is the MPs.
Mm.
Interestingly enough,
Mm-hmm.
the MPs is number. They only got one loss on the season.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, then the 3 seed is a MCT movement control team. For those that don't know, MCT, that's the
Mm-hmm.
3 seed. The 4 seed is a FSC, or forward support company, for those who don't know, for a infantry, but infantry unit. And then the fifth seed is, who was the fifth seed? Ah, dang, I can't remember the fifth seed, but I know the sixth seed is the aviation unit. So
Okay.
so it's a bevy of different different teams, in which it was interesting enough. We've been playing in a different gym for the one that we usually play in.
Right, because of what they was doing. You said that.
Yeah, and
So
so
yeah.
now obviously it's a whole lot different because the teams are putting up 50, 60, 70 points. Like every team is basically getting buckets for the most
Why
part.
is the goal smaller or something shorter? What?
I don't know what it is. I didn't go and test measure it, but supposedly it's the same size as the other floor. It's just in a smaller building. I don't know if that's what it is, but definitely. But I think it might be a little shorter, honestly. But
Right.
but still they're putting up like 55 points, 66 points, 70 points. In that gym, the highest, and it's the highest score I've seen just since I've been doing the intramurals. 82 points is the highest I've seen.
Wow.
So
Okay. Okay.
This guy. Look at Mike.
Yeah, Mike would be on here today. You know Mike would be on here today.
Mike,
We knew Mike was coming on
Mike,
here today.
why are they hiding his numbers? We want to know the people want to know the numbers, Mike. Why are they hiding the numbers?
Mm, I thought they gave out the numbers.
Those ain't he came Aaron Rodgers came on and said those aren't legit. He said he hasn't even signed yet. He said he plans to come back, but he hasn't signed yet.
Oh, okay.
Matter of fact, we'll get right to the NFL.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
let's go
saying?
ahead. Let's
Yeah,
get
yeah.
into
So
it.
yeah. So you know what I'm saying? Mike, you did this, Mike.
Yeah,
You did this, Mike.
you asked for this. You
This
asked
is
for
what you
this.
asked for. So of course so of course yesterday, as y'all know, the deadline for franchise tagging was 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, of course 3 p.m. Central, in which the franchise tag was supposed to be administered to players that were up for extensions or free agency, but in order to keep them, it's a tool used to keep them while you try to negotiate and find out what you're to pay them their worth. So, of course, in the midst of all that, Mike Barker's Hero Sports CEO, Aaron Rodgers for the Green Bay Packers, was said to be looking to sign with the Green Bay Packers for an extension, which would have netted him $200 million total for 4 years, giving him roughly $50 million a year. With
Making
what
him the
100
highest paid player
highest paid player
ever
in
in
NFL, yeah, ever.
history.
With 153 million, I think was guaranteed.
Yep.
But then Aaron Rodgers came on and himself on his social media accounts and stated that he has not signed the deal yet. He is, however, looking at coming back, as well as those numbers are not what he's looking. Those numbers are incorrect. So we, as history, reason why I asked Mike, what's good? What's going on with Green Bay, man? Who is what's the numbers? The public wants to know what Aaron's being paid.
Why we can't see the numbers?
What's that's you know what I'm saying
That's the
that's
question.
subject. You know,
Yeah.
we all know how that goes.
Yep.
Look at him, 50 million a year championship. That, as we know. So of course, you know, say let's do a little backdrop, Bishop, on Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The Packers have been to have been to two of the last three NFC championships over the last 3 years. However, we cannot assimilate that with any Super Bowl appearances. Bishop,
Right.
what's up with that?
What do you mean? Like, what's up with it?
What you know, saying we're Aaron's getting this money, but he's not producing. He's not
Super
even
Bowl.
producing Super Bowl
Hold on.
appearances, bro. He's not
Hold
producing
on.
Super Bowl
Hold
appearances.
on. Don't you do that, Trey? Because yesterday you was
It's
talking about
the truth.
how
Is the
it
truth.
but no, but yesterday it was when we was talking about him and Kyler Murray. It's the fact that he's an MVP, remember? This
True that. But
individual accolades.
and I did say also that ultimately he is getting them to the NFC Championship. But
Facts.
I'm not. But again, I said the only difference is like we gotta look at Aaron Rodgers has the number one quarterback rating of all time, second
Right.
to only. You know what I'm saying? So he has the number one. So he has other things, although they're like you just said, they're singular accolades, but he has other things going off. Does singular accolades amount to production for a team to a
It's,
degree?
it sounds like it does. It looks like
Yeah,
it looks as though it does. But
yeah,
again,
true
this is
that,
what I was talking about yesterday in regards to Kyler Murray.
bro.
What we
Don't
said.
do not
And
do not
yes,
do
there
not
was
do not
you're coming in here today
do not,
proving
bro.
my point in which I was trying to prove yesterday with Kyler Murray. Both of them are the same. Both of them are exact same.
Oh my
However,
God, no, you did
hold,
not just say that.
hold on, let me finish. Hold on, both of them the exact same. Because when I say that, I'm saying in regards to neither one of them have run a Super Bowl lately. Yes, Aaron Rodgers does have a Super Bowl under his belt, but it's been so long, people don't even pretty much don't forgot about that Super Bowl. So Aaron Rodgers does have a Super Bowl. However, and he also has a four-time MVP?
Four times, four. Yes, correct.
Four-time MVP. So with that said, you know, he's been in the league, what we talking about? 15 seasons now? 16
15,
seasons,
16 seasons. Yeah.
something like that. Whereas we know Kyle's
So
only been in
he's
three.
basically averaging 1 year, basically in the
Yeah.
average. even though he got 2 back to back.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So what we're saying is, yes,
What you're saying?
MVPs. What? Okay, I'm sorry. What I'm
Yes,
saying
yes,
is
you're saying.
MVPs does get you, even though it's an individual
Thank
accolade.
you, Mike. That was like smelling salt. When he said that, I was like, wait, what? It was like smelling salt when he just
Montgomery
said that.
Allen, Jack Wentz. Look, man. Yes, did he say yes? I did, Mike. I sure did, sir. They are the same person when it's
Oh
really
my
said down.
gosh.
Because what is the ultimate goal, guys?
To win the
Mike,
Super Bowl.
thank you. When is the last time Aaron Rodgers has won a Super Bowl?
Mm.
I'm sure Mike knows because that's his team. Other than Mike, no one else knows
What
when
was
the
that? The
last
turn?
time Mike
What was it
won a
at the
Super Bowl.
turn around 2000 or something like that? Isn't that?
Somewhere around there. It's been long. It was around the first maybe 5 years in which he was playing. He got paid, but what? What do you say? He got paid, but will he succeed? He got paid, but will he succeed with the ship? No. Oh, see, everybody don't believe it. Old Aaron Mike there, Mr. Mike Barker. I'm sorry, not Mike Daniel, Mike Barker. Everybody ain't on that train of Aaron Rodgers, but somebody call and schedule Bishop. Really, Mike? That's how you feel? No, but I'm saying, man, like we talking about Aaron Rodgers. He just became the highest paid NFL player in NFL history. But yet, the last time he won the Super Bowl is probably it's 7, 8 years.
2011, 11 years ago,
Oh wow, over 10 years ago
over
he
a
won.
decade.
Yeah, over a decade ago he has won a Super Bowl. Yet and still, he's the highest paid NFL player ever. So, with that being said, why is it fair? Why is it not fair? And we're not even talking about this, but it goes back to what we spoke about yesterday briefly. If he could get to be the highest paid, Kyler Murray should be able to get his money too. He ain't
Bro,
even played.
Kyler Murray ain't
He ain't even,
nowhere near.
bro.
Even if you was to
He's
make
not
it,
even asking as much though.
even if you were to make it, let's stop it, Bishop.
He's not.
Even if we was to make it equivalent, Tyler Murray has done nothing near that in which Aaron Rodgers has done. Aaron Rodgers, like we just said, Kyler Murray just in 4 years. With this is in 4 years. Is this his
Mm-hmm.
fourth year or third
Yeah,
year going in? Going to
going
his
into
fourth
his
year.
fourth year,
Going
going
so
into
in 3 years, Kyler Murray won had one winning season in 3 years. One winning season. In which the which is this past season, which he had 11 wins, and he basically and they got into the playoffs. That's it in 3 years. So you're saying that he's going to his fourth year. So he's
right.
saying that or he's played 4 years and he's going to the fifth year. He's going to the fifth
He
year.
came out. I think he came out. Colin came out
Let me
in
see.
19.
So
Colin
he's
came out in
in
19.
any case, I'll look it up. So in any case, we're still looking at the fact that Kyler Murray has not done anything, in my opinion. Of course, it's just opinion. You know what I'm saying? He hasn't done anything really to basically solidify him being paid $40 million a year going to next season. And then he's demanding the loot. He's demanding the bag.
Give me the loot. Give me the loot. That's right. Give him
He's
the loot.
demanding the bag, even though he has not really done anything. He's 23 and 24 and one in his career with one a playoff appearance and one winning season.
And
I don't know.
he's been in the league what 3 years? You really can't count that first
I'm
year.
looking. I'm looking at why
Like I
can't we
said,
count the first year?
because you know that. Come on, the first year you don't count. You can't count that. That's a growing year right there.
So
That's a year that you.
he's going into his fourth year.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
He got
Because he
he
came out
got 2019 and
19. Yeah,
he's
he came out
21
2000.
2021.
Yeah. So
So he's 22, 23 and 1. Not even a winning overall record. He has one winning season.
one game from 500. One game from 500, really.
It's not 500.
Still, but what is one game from 500? And we're talking about his third season, going into his fourth season coming up. Come on, bro. Get a man get a man his money, man. We're talking about Mike Daniels talking about they paid him big. They franchise Adam. Now what's next? Because they need more than two to win. We're only talking about those two. And
And then
he's speaking about Aaron
now
Rodgers
that
and Davante Adams.
now that I look at it, he only played 14 games this year.
Yeah, he was hurt. He got hurt. So that's another thing. He got hurt. Fitzgerald, Hopkins, Green, and he can't win.
He was not. He was not. Well, okay, they
Come
had to win.
on.
They had to win
You
the
talk
season.
about Fitzgerald on the back end. Come on, seriously. Hop, who's been injured pretty much, which hurt their season majorly this past season. And Green, really? No. Fitzgerald should have probably been retired. Hop can't stay on the field because of injury, and Green ain't really show what he could really do yet.
They're nowhere near the same. Not even a equivalency
Oh my
mark.
God!
They're
Look at what
nowhere near the same.
Mike is on some other stuff, man. Look at what Mike is really feeling. Rogers makes receivers good. Wow.
You know what? I give him that. Tony Runyon, his tight end, no one knew about him, and then he comes onto the scene. Not saying that he ain't have skill, but then of course the Scantlings, the Lazards. Like I would be willing to say
You would pay him that much with those stats? Yeah, because I see the upside in what he's possibly able to do. I sure would. I
no.
absolutely would,
You know
Sam.
what it's all about is for one specific reason.
No, because I wouldn't. I'm not saying the same thing about I'm not. I'm definitely not saying the same thing about Baker Mayfield. No, it's not. I would not do that for Baker. No, Baker. So be honest. Who would you rather have, Baker or Kyler?
Well, at this point, Kyler, because Baker is
Exactly.
injury prone. But I wouldn't
Exactly.
be. But I would. And again, I'm not saying that Kyler does not deserve his money. What I am saying is Kyler does not deserve that money right now. Play
Yeah.
another season. Play out your contract.
No, why? Aaron didn't play out his contract. You keep saying play out your contract, but Aaron didn't play out his either.
Hey, Aaron played out his contract
No,
years
he did
ago.
not.
Okay. Let's do this.
He had
Let's
a
do
year
this.
left. How did he play out his contract if he had a
But
year left?
true that you are correct in saying that. So I
Okay.
guess maybe what I need to do is more so streamline it to where we're talking about that Aaron Rodgers, that Aaron Rodgers has been in, like we say, 16 years. Kyler has been in going on 4 years.
Mm-hmm.
So
So
you
that's
can't.
14. So that's,
So you
that's
can't. Yeah.
12
So Aaron.
seasons
So
of experience.
over time, Aaron has built it to this point to where he, saying where he is now. What I'm saying is Kyler Murray is not at that point yet, and he.
I'm not fooling with you, Mike. Ain't
So
nobody worried about you, bro.
So saying, so basically that's where it looks like Aaron. I'm saying that Kyler is not at that point to sit up and get that type of money just off the rip. Like, go ahead and play another year. Let's see at that point if this is what we're looking at. Because at this point you're average, you're mediocre. That's what we're looking at right now. Kyler is average and
Y'all
mediocre,
talk, come on,
but
man.
he's demanding that y'all give me that Arizona gives him an extension, or
Okay, let
he's
me
going
ask
to
you
sit
this.
out.
Okay, Trey, let me ask you this. Remember when they was doing that? Remember when everything was going on with Dak Prescott, and he wanted to get paid.
You see, Aaron.
he got paid, didn't he?
She said, "What happened now?"
Remember when Dak did all the same thing was going on over in Dallas with Dak Prescott.
But again, there's a difference. There is
What's
a
the
difference.
difference? What's the difference? He ain't won no Super Bowl. He
True
ain't even
that,
win no. He
but
ain't even win. He wasn't
he
even
went
winning
out. He
conference
went down.
championships.
Dak got injured in his contract year. The difference, however, is Dak was producing immensely before he got injured. He was putting up
Producing
almost.
what?
He was putting up almost 500 yards a game in
What?
passing.
Oh, you're talking about what he was doing. Was his
Yes,
team doing?
his team
Did,
was his team
did
was
they make the
winning.
playoffs?
But they was winning. They didn't win. They didn't make the playoffs. He got injured that year, so he came back
In the
the
year
following.
before that too, he came out. He's gotten. I'm talking
He
about
put up
since
the
Dak has.
numbers.
But
He
I'm
put
saying
the
since
numbers
Dak.
up though.
But what was his team doing?
I get it, but he was injured. Like we said, he was injured.
You're talking about that one season. I'm talking about all the other seasons.
It was his contract year. So up until that time frame, his team didn't win, but he had put the numbers up.
You keep saying that, but I keep saying
But
we're
Dak
talking about not individual numbers. We're talking about team. Where does his team go? His team never made the.
It did. It made the playoffs. It made playoffs the 1 year.
That 1 year, he's been in the league longer than Kyler, but they gave him the money. So
It
what is
was
your
his
point?
contract year. It was his.
I
You know,
get
he
it.
had,
I get that though.
so what I'm saying is he got the money based on the performance in which he had at that point. He was injured, like you say, 2 years. The last year, his contract year, he got injured 5 games in, and at that point, he was putting up numbers, and anything in which they had did successfully was on his back, without a doubt. So and then it showed when he was gone, the team was no good. So it's like it was winning before he got injured, and then they was losing after his injury. You can assimilate that. Hey, Dak Prescott was the engine that helped them with these wins that they got before they left. Or even if they didn't get the win, he was balling out of his mind to put it in position to win. It just didn't happen. That's not the same case with Kyler Murray. For that
And
right now, that was what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Is like, all to stop demanding, play your last year. You have 4-5 years potentially, a 5-year contract. Go ahead and at least pull out your
his
fourth
rookie
year.
contract. He playing out his
Yeah,
rookie
he's playing
contract,
play
right?
out his like rookie contract.
Right.
Yeah, that's all I'm saying. Play out your rookie contract, and and then see, because at this point you're not. If they, let's be honest, if they felt Kyler Murray was putting up the numbers in which he needed to, then he would have already. They would. It would have a conversation about whether or not he should be getting his money or not. Not saying we wouldn't have a conversation about him getting his money, because he would have already got it already, because they were like, we want to secure him. They talk about how they said he's not the leader in which they thought he is, and all those other things. It's other tangibles in which they don't see, in what they determine to be a quarterback, a franchise quarterback for a team to be the team leader. That's the issue. They don't see that, so they want to see, can we see that? Can you show us that?
What I see what you're saying, Anthony Price. But again, keep in mind Dak has way more weapons than Kyler has.
That's what we're gonna go with. That's what we're gonna go
He
with.
is. Am I lying?
You know, yeah, I
First
mean,
of
I'm
all,
not saying that you lying, but
okay.
that's what we're gonna go with.
Let's look at their
Professional
defense. Their
team.
defense is better than the Arizona's defense. Like, you got to keep all of that. You got to put all of that in consideration, man. You can't just say, yeah, Dak's stats is better because just because of him. No, he has way better weapons than Kyler has. Kyler just got Hopkins last year. So he ain't even, it ain't like Kyler and then had Hop the whole time he been there. But
True.
either way, you know
I'm
what I'm
just saying,
saying?
he's that's 40 million right off the rip. That's two for, you know what I'm saying, for a 22,
But see, this is
5
the
and
thing.
10, 5, 10 and 1, 8 and 8, and 9 and 5 in 3 years.
I
That
see.
just that's
I,
that determine that
I
that
feel like
determine the 40
that's
million a year.
negotiable. I feel like that's what he made. I feel like that's a starting point. I don't feel like
Mm-hmm.
he necessarily has to get 40 million. I feel like that's a starting point though.
What do you think is a good number for those numbers?
Well, I think Anthony said it yesterday, about between 28, 25 and 30.
Oh, that's what Taylor Stratz said.
When somebody said it yesterday. Yeah,
Yeah.
between 25 and 30. I think that's suffice.
Really?
Yeah, I think that's a good number. Mm-hmm.
You know what? Nah, bro, stop it. I'm not going.
Are you saying
Again, I don't want to say that he doesn't deserve
less?
to get paid. Then 20 million a year? No, 20. I can see 20 million a year.
I said 25.
Oh
25
hell
to 30.
no. He needs to
What?
be heard, but what the receivers is being paid.
You out your right. Man, if y'all don't get Trey up off here, man, Mike, you talking about me.
He needs to be getting paid what the receivers is getting paid.
Bishop,
20 million a year.
March 21st at 1,000.
10 hours.
Mike, Mike, you on one this morning, huh? That's how you feel, Bishop. Bishop, what? Bishop, you like Jerry Jones? You just throwing money to anybody? No, I'm not, bro. Oh, you know what? Don't worry about it. When Kyler Murray,
he's gonna get. Well, he's most likely gonna get more than that. But
when Kyler Murray comes out next year, if he stays in Arizona or if he ends up somewhere, watch Kyler Murray. Watch, I'm gonna be like, oh my god, watch. Kyler Murray's finna. I'm y'all sleeping on that dude, bro. Y'all are sleeping on that dude. Watch what I tell you. And
I'm starting to wonder how he win the Heisman. Like at this point,
right?
Like,
he ain't win the Heisman for no reason. But this is the thing. Y'all sleeping on that dude. Watch what I tell you. And yeah, I know Trey think, oh, it's because he's biased because he's a boomer. Soon. But that's not what it is. That's not what it is. I'm telling you, that boy is a freak of nature. Watch. What?
Like I said, I don't slip and deny his athletic ability the first at any way, form, or fashion. I'm just saying, in his career, he's played 46 games
We talk about a 4 year career so far. Four
so
years.
far. So year
Going in it
46
for going
games.
to his fourth,
He's
actually.
69. He's 66.9% completion rate, 70 touchdowns, 11,480 yards rushing. Passing at this point.
Okay.
He's a two-time Pro Bowler in 3 years, going to 4, and he's a 2019 AP Offensive Rookie of the Year.
Okay.
That's where at this point that's where he's at. I'm just saying.
What are you just saying? What is it
I'm
that you're
just
saying?
saying that is
What is it
those
that
are
you're saying?
not those are not those are not think at it. Look at it.
Mm-hmm.
What Patrick Mahomes got after his contract year after
Mm-hmm.
his first contract. Kyler Murray is seemingly trying to ask for the same thing. The numbers are not the same. It's not the same. You have not did the same stuff in which, at minimum, Patrick Mahomes has done. Although, true enough, he does have more weapons than what Kyler Murray had. But Patrick Mahomes also paid through his contract, and then he got the extension in the 5th year, which got him the largest contract at that time in NFL history. So that's all I'm saying. Kyler, play out your contract, brother.
Mm-mm. Nope. Get your money now. Just like
They
I
want
said.
to. I mean, I
Get
do
your
not,
money now.
I do not disagree with that notion. But I'm just saying he hasn't did enough to get his money like that to get that money. But I understand what he's trying to do. He's trying to get his money now, so that way they
Right.
can't be like, yeah, hey,
Right.
I
So he
get
can
it.
focus on other stuff. Yeah. If you
No,
get your money now,
that's
you
what you're
can
gonna
focus
say.
on yeah. Oh yeah.
So you're gonna say if
Right
he
now,
gets his money now,
because
he's
right
gonna focus
now,
on being the quarterback they want him to be.
right now you can't because you got so many other distractions. You got your manager, you got your agent calling you talking about, hey, they talking about this. He ain't got look, if he already signed, he ain't got to worry about his manager or his agent calling him about contract issues. He can focus on what he need to focus on. You get that stuff out the way, man. Let it go. Let it go. LIG. Just like I be telling you, let it go. With them Lakers, let it go. Oh, we ain't getting the basketball, but we will. We
So,
will.
of course, additionally, also in which we could have a conversation about a little bit, Bishop, the franchise tag was placed on Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers' teammate or cohort all this, in which he's expected to make roughly 18 to 19 million this year off the franchise tag. So we have a situation to where Aaron Rodgers is expected to get a large contract, large contract, and Devontae Adams is expected to get franchise tag, which doesn't necessarily mean that he's not going to get a deal. It just means they're going to tag him until they can work the numbers out and see what they're at, and most likely, as usually, come back to the table and figure out what they're going to be willing to pay him at the end of the season to just giving them one more year with the organization.
Mm-hmm. Which I told you. I told you that's what was gonna happen. I knew once, especially when Bishop they called back after hearing this episode and said, "Just walk into the yard now." Seriously. Mike is on. Mike is on
Oh my
one. He
gosh!
is on one today.
Oh.
All right, Mike. That dude is on one. No, no.
Hey,
Oh my gosh,
which
that's funny.
where does he need to be going to, Mike, so we can make sure we get him in the right area? I know
I
the
don't
San
need to be
Antonio area has
going
a lot of.
nowhere.
Is
I'm
there
good.
like a span? You know what I'm saying, Chantel? I know saying. Listen, where do we need to get Bishop to this morning?
No, I'm good. I'm straight. I don't need to go nowhere. I'm good, man.
You see, that's exactly the first thing they said. I'm good. I'm good. Like I'm good. No, you're not good, man. We need to look. Yes, you know what I'm saying. Yes, yes,
Need
yes,
to
yes.
seek help.
We need to get an escort.
Oh, y'all on one today, huh?
But
Y'all
yes,
trying to get it in today, huh?
he
I
needs to
see where
battle.
y'all go. He need a battle.
But yeah, so I don't
Okay.
know, man. It's so as Devonte Adams, does that make you feel a certain type of way? maybe a
in
little
regards to
bit.
like how in what way?
Like, okay, they gonna set up a franchise tag me, and then to give him his money, they come back to me to. I mean, it's a part of the business, so I could get
It
it to a
is.
yeah.
It
You can get
is.
it to a certain standpoint, but it's like, how would that feel if I'm Devontae Adams? I don't know how I feel at this point. Like this is where you're saying that he had a contract still, so you appease him, but then I guess it's appease me too because I know like okay, this is the quarterback. But like I said, at the end of the day, I'm still trying to leave. I mean, I can't leave now because of franchise tag. But
Right, right. But again, when it's all said and done, I think a lot of it is depending on the fact that I'm sure him and and when I say him, I'm talking about Devontae Adams
mm-hmm,
and Aaron Rodgers probably, excuse me, had a great work relationship, and I'm
mm-hmm.
sure that like I said, they probably discussed some things and had a idea on what they wanted for the both of them. Um, I'm sure that I'm not sure, but I'm guessing that once they had offered Aaron Rodgers, you know, the amount or whatever, I would think that Aaron Rodgers may have spoken to
You think so on his behalf of
the
it
bad
as well?
Devontae. Yeah, has probably and probably spoke to Devontae and was like I said, they stated yesterday when we heard the news yesterday, right before we pretty much got off the air. I'm sure Aaron Rodgers probably put that in his request. Like, all right, yeah, I like the numbers in which y'all put together. I'm liking it. I'm about to be the highest paid.
Where's Devontae's numbers at? I don't
Yeah,
see
yeah,
Devontae's numbers.
yeah. I'm about to be the highest paid. I'm about to be the highest paid player. Oh shoot, Devontae. Hey, check this out, right? Look, I need y'all to know. I'll take it. I'm liking the offer. I'll take the offer, but I need Devontae on the squad, man. I don't know. I don't care what y'all got to do, but y'all got to keep Devontae because I told y'all I'm not about a rebuild. The rebuild ain't finna happen. I told y'all that. And if Devontae leave, that's a rebuild. I need to let y'all know. So either y'all gonna do something, pay this man, or y'all gonna franchise tag him or something. I'll talk to him, let him know, hey man, we're going for the ship. We're going for the ship. We're going for the ship. But hey, I need y'all to get I'm trying to get Devontae to stay though. I need y'all to get Devontae to stay. If Devontae walk, I walk.
And you know what? That brings up. You know what that brought up. So in that case, I still haven't thought about so right. So first, you say that I'd be like, you said we going for the ship. In my mind, I'm thinking y'all going for the ship. So y'all going for the ship. It's like I'm happy for y'all. You know, say that's what y'all doing. Y'all going for the ship because I still haven't thought about. So of course, when I first got here to Fort Pope, you know, what I'm saying it's an army moment. When I first got here to Fort Pope, I ended up becoming the food service the battalion food service NCRC. So what happened was I told it was a new unit. Like I had this was like the most interesting experience I ever had in my military career. One of them, I guess you could say.
Mm-hmm.
Standing up a new unit. Like I had never, you know what I'm saying? So across the board, it was a new company that was getting stand up. The battalion was getting to stand up and it was new. And so in all this going on, I'm telling them like, hey, this is what we need to do from the full service point frame set aspect. This is what we need to do. We have to do this, that, the third. This is what we got to do for success.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm telling them like, yo, this is what we're doing. So I'm sitting here with the battalion XO, of course, a major as usual, and the S4 OIC and all these other people in the S4 NCRC, the OPSAR major. We all sit in this room, and they're like talking about how we did this at the third, and we messed up. And I'm like, we messed up. I was like,
Mm-hmm.
and no, he said up and talk about. So I'm thinking myself like, okay, we know, you know what I'm saying, we can't point fingers per se. So I'm like, I'm not going to point any fingers. So I'm sitting there talking. They're like, and he kept on saying, yeah. So this, that, the third guy happened, and y'all didn't do this. I was like, we didn't do this. And so the majors, the XOs, looking at me like, what the? I was like, and he said something else. I said, again, we didn't
Mm-hmm.
do this because I'm thinking myself like, I told y'all what we need to do.
Right.
We didn't do that, and now we're
Right.
here. So
Right.
I'm not going to just say that y'all did it because you know what I'm saying. I don't want to. I was like,
Yeah.
I need you to buy into this and understand that we messed up. You keep
Right.
on. You're not. The words. I'm very particular about inclusive words. We
Right.
messed up. Say like we messed up.
Right.
I didn't even mess up, but I'm willing to take that because it's a team. So I need you
Right.
to buy into the team. We messed up. So when you said we go into the ship, I hear y'all going to this shit because I ain't part of this team yet. I ain't signed a franchise tag. I ain't signed a franchise tag. I want to go. Y'all gonna make sure we go the money.
I got you. I feel where you go. Like I say, I'm hoping that Aaron spoke to Adams. Hopefully they got that type of relationship. Anthony, I see what you're saying. Adams not getting paid this year because the Packers are 20 million over the cap. However, that's why they don't franchise tag him. There's no I in team facts. There is an I in win though, but they definitely trying to do that. They're definitely
Right in
trying
the
to
middle.
win.
Right,
Right in the
in the
middle,
middle.
right in the middle. So on the left you got Aaron, on the right you got Devontae. There it is, an I in the team. So I in the win. I mean, so there it is, a team win. So with that with that being said, yeah, they're gonna franchise tag. They've already franchise tagged him. So I do understand where you're coming from, trying in regards to, yeah, you probably do kind of feel bad for Devontae because of the fact that your quarterback just received the highest paid quarterback or ever player ever, yet and still they want to franchise tag you. So yeah, you probably off in your feelings, and I'm sure Devontae gonna hear from his friends, his colleagues, man, bro, you see that? They paid Aaron and they put a tag on you. Look at you. Look at you. You sold out. You always got that buddy
You
that's
got
gonna talk negative to you and be like, man, you should have went for that money. I wouldn't have signed. I would sign, but he got $5 in his pocket. I wouldn't have signed. I wouldn't have took that tag. You ain't even got no money. You did whatever they told you to do. Don't
You a
even
ball
don't go
boy.
there. But don't get me wrong, Devontae Adams is owed his money. I do feel like he deserves whatever money he's asking for. He definitely deserves it. He is one of the top 5 wide receivers in the league. So yeah, I'm hoping it works out for him. Let's see if Aaron Rodgers brings them a championship. I like you said, Trey, and like a lot of people have said outside of Mr. Barker, um, Aaron Rodgers has been there and he hasn't won one since 2011.
Mm-hmm. And he
What
has
makes y'all
opportunities.
think? What
Two
makes
of the
y'all think
last
it's
two.
going? Yeah. What makes y'all think he's going to win now? He's been there all this time and has only won one. What makes y'all think he's going to win one now? Because he's the highest paid quarterback now. He's going to throw even more and even harder. Is that what? I mean, like, where's the sense come into it? It ain't like he's going to a new team and got that money and let's see what he's going to do. No, he's staying where he's at, where he's been for the last 12, 13, 14, or 15 seasons. And
And
he
you know
still
what I
got one.
realized, and I didn't realize until just now that, like you said, he's been to two of the last three NFC championships.
Mhm.
Okay, no, that was one of them. Yeah, that was one of them. So he's been to two or three last NFC championships, and then well, I was trying to think who he lost to. I thought it was the same team he lost to both times, but it is the same. It wasn't the same team both times, but 2 of the 3 years it was the same team. All 3 years, 2 of the 3 years he lost to a particular team that stopped him. One time it was in the championship, and then the other time it was in the the semifinal.
Right.
It was that he was stopped. So
Right.
additionally, as well in the franchise tag, Chris Godwin has been franchise tagged by the
Told
Tampa
you
Bay
that was going to happen
Buccaneers.
too. Yeah. I knew that was going
But
to happen.
I think that's definitely a situation where they're going to look to like, okay, we got to see what's going on to get his money because at this point they don't have a quarterback or they're not key on who the quarterback is. So similar situation, I believe, in Green Bay. But
Mhm.
what is not similar is the tight end tandem of Dalton Schultz for the Dallas Cowboys and Mike Gesicki for the Miami Dolphins. They have their quarterbacks, so I don't understand why they're franchise tag additionally as well. Um,
Say that money and see how they going to do. Yeah. To
yeah,
see how,
because
like,
they
basically, like you
10
said
million
a minute
apiece,
ago.
10 million
Yeah.
apiece.
Yep. To see how they paying out for this tag that they got him on.
Yeah, and I now Dalton Schultz, I think he deserves to get a contract.
His money. Yeah.
Yeah, he stepped up when Schwartz went down, and he
Yeah.
did the same for Dallas. So he picked up too. Same with Gasecki, like he's done things. He's done work in Miami. So definitely, I think he should get something 10 million. Or right at this point, they're going to make 10 million this year. So I
Right.
mean, that's not something to sneeze at as well.
No.
Mike Williams, who also we thought was going to get a franchise tag for the Los Angeles Chargers, have been he got the 3-year contract instead.
Mm.
3 years, 60 million to stay in LA with the Chargers. So that's 20 million a year, the same money I think that Kyler should be
They in
getting.
LA or they in
Uh,
San Diego?
they moved to LA. They
Did
share
they?
the
Okay.
they share the stadium with the Rams,
Rams? Okay, yeah, yeah, yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Which is going to be that's got to be horrible. You got to sit up and
It
watch the
does.
banner the same way
Yeah,
the Clippers and
like when,
Lakers.
yeah, like when they like who's home when they play each other? Oh, they don't play each other, do they?
They have possibility to play each other, but I don't think they play each other this year. But I mean,
Mm.
anytime, like, true enough, when they become you're in your home stadium and you're playing
Yeah,
them, and you're going to see, of course, if they're the home team, all
right.
the LA Rams stuff is going to be out. It's going to be
What
like I said, the Clipper, like the Lakers
was
versus the
in the
Clippers.
Clippers? Yeah,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
uh, uh, Also, additionally, I thought he was going to go um to Philadelphia possibly, but Harold Landry, Pro Bowl linebacker for the Tennessee Titans, got his bag. 5 years, 87.5 million, fifty
Ooh,
three million guaranteed. Now, this is where we have a story. So this is what I was thinking about, Bishop.
as a linebacker?
He's a linebacker, yeah.
Good lord,
He's a Pro Bowl
87
linebacker.
million.
Yeah, so that was his rookie contract, bruh. He paid out his contract. He got the bag because he was productive in what he did. That's the conversation I'm having in reference to Kyler. Like, it's a difference, but he played out his rookie contract. He was making 7.8 million over the last 4 years. His paychecks was basically less than $2 million a year, and
Mm-hmm.
now he went from making 2 million a year to making 17 and a half a year because
Oh,
of
that's
his
a
play.
serious
Because
pay grade.
hell yeah, yeah. That's 15 million dollar
Pay
increase.
grade. Boy,
You see what I'm saying?
he is on the real estate market as we speak.
So that's
God,
all I'm saying. Like, he basically done what he had to do. He produced. He getting his money. That's all I'm saying. The same thing for Kyler. Like, bro, show that you worth that. Show that you can sit up and make the. And you got 1 year to basically come in, play, and potentially get the same. Like, we all know, like we said, he's looking at 40 million possibly when he comes down to it. He wasn't Landry wasn't the he was a first round draft pick, but he wasn't the overall first round draft pick. So the money was different from the start to begin with. I'm
mm-hmm,
even willing to say he probably wasn't a first round draft pick. I think he might have been second or something like that. Because, like I said, he only was making 2 million a year.
mm-hmm.
He made 7.8 million over the last 4 years. Now he went from that to making 17.5 million. Like,
God,
bro did exactly what he needed to do. And that's the same thing I'm saying for Kyler Murray. Just sit back, relax. Like what
I think
Aaron
it's a
Rodgers
bit
say,
different. Yeah, but
relax.
I think it's
Because it's
different, bro.
quarterback. Is it
Because
the
yeah,
difference?
there it is. There it
Mhm.
is. It's quarterback. I think it's a bit different, man, when it comes to because of the position. And because I feel like when it comes, like, you're never going to get a linebacker the type of money like he's getting. What you say, 86, 87 million.
87 million for 5 years.
That's half of what Aaron Rodgers is getting. Half, half of what Aaron Rodgers is getting. So it's crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Um, I mean, I'm happy that he got it, man. That's crazy. Like I said, that's a huge pay raise. Like, Jesus, that's a pay raise. But yeah, I get where you're coming from. I get it.
Mhm.
I get it. I mean, you made your point in regards to playing out your contract, prove your worth, and you get your money. I get it. I get it.
Yeah, so I mean, I was gonna say, but shout out, saying, Harold Riddle getting that bag.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yeah. Shout out.
but of course, Bishop, which is probably finna really start a little conversation.
I
Russell
think I know
Wilson.
where I think I know where you're going, bro.
Russell Wilson. It's funny, what I'm saying. I get Lincoln Riley vibes on this one, bro.
Yeah.
No, like, it's like, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. I'm good. Come on, we all knew what was going down. We already
Yeah.
knew what was about to
Yeah.
go down. Russell Wilson, of course, has been traded to the Denver Broncos, in which the Broncos gave up 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, 1 5th-round pick, tight end, standout tight end Noah Fant, quarterback Drew
Drew
Lock,
Love.
and
Lock. Yeah.
and defensive end Shelby Harris
Harris.
for Russell Wilson. Who
Yeah.
do you think right now, as of right now, who do you think won that trade, Bishop?
Denver.
Denver?
Denver won that trade. I
Really?
mean, well. So listen.
He said that a partridge in the pear tree.
So Russ knew the team was breaking up, so he took the easy road and traded to a good team. I feel like, don't get me wrong, I feel like because Denver, we spoke about it, Trey. We spoke about it a few times. Denver was
Hmm.
only a quarterback away from really
Hmm.
being something.
They have weapons.
Yeah, we talked about Aaron going to Denver. We talked about Garoppolo going to Denver. We talked about
Hmm.
Russ going to Denver. We
Hmm.
talked about maybe even Deshaun if things were to happen for him to go to Denver. We even talked about Wentz going to Denver. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? We talked about all these things of all these quarterbacks going to Denver. So we knew Denver was looking for a quarterback, um, and Russ was one of them. Like I said, I felt like he could go. And I think Russ, with the weapons that they have in Denver and that defense, they are legitimately in a contention now with Russ behind the center. I really feel like as long as Russ can stay healthy and continue to play at the caliber in which he's been playing, I think they have a real good chance of making a run, making a real good run. In my opinion, I do. But don't get me wrong. Now I understand what you saying because I do feel like what's his name um, my bad. Uh, what's his name? What's the coach in Seattle?
Pete Carroll.
Pete Carroll. I do feel like they got it. They got it. What they want. I mean, them 2 first-round picks, 2 second-round picks, and a fifth-round pick.
Hmm.
That's major. That's huge for Seattle. I don't
That's
have my
that's
thing.
a large pool.
And then you get Drew Luck. Now the thing about that now, Drew Lock. Now, now the committee's still out on him.
He's no Kyler Murray at this point.
No, he's no he ain't no Russell Wilson either. So this is my thing. I don't know about the Drew Lock thing. I don't know if they're for me. Drew Lock wasn't even playing, was he? Was he? He wasn't. He was
He played a couple of times, but he didn't
right.
like it wasn't that promise that they thought he would be. So he was relegated back to the start. The backup. So he's got some games under his belt, but I
But
think more
Anthony,
like a Love, like a Jordan Love type situation. Like
right. That's what I thought. All right, that's what I told you.
he
You say
played,
that,
but he
Anthony.
wasn't.
Yeah, you say that, Anthony. But if you are the general manager or the owner, you can't think that way because of the simple fact. I'm gonna tell you why. You can't think that way for the simple fact that you're trying to win a Super Bowl now. The last time the Denver Broncos even made up an appearance in the playoff was 2015.
Peyton Manning.
2015, yes, Peyton Manning. Right now, you need moves. You need to make moves. As long as you're not selling your soul for the person, you have to make moves. That was a chess move, man. Yeah, you say 5 picks, 3 players, and for one person. When it's all said and done, that one person could possibly get you a Lombardi that year. That upcoming season, that one person could possibly put you in Super Bowl contention. You can't think like you say that, but when it's all said and done, people all eyes are on you on what moves are you trying to make to solidify. Because Denver, we all know Denver is hurting for a quarterback. We know Teddy couldn't stay healthy, and the backup for Teddy wasn't panning out. So it was like we need a court. They needed a quarterback. Everybody was saying Denver is a quarterback away from being contenders. Now they
Interesting
have that.
questions.
Hmm?
Interesting question. That's what Anthony Price posed to do.
Okay, if it's your team, you trading for Russ and trading Hurts and 2 other players? No, I'm not. Listen to what I'm saying. So if it's my team and if it's the Eagles, I'm not trading Russ. I mean, I'm not trading Hurts. I'm trading that backup because initially, remember, Teddy Bridgewater was the starting quarterback. They traded the second string. They didn't trade
Teddy is a free
Teddy.
agent. He's a free agent, so he's not on the team either. Now they could re-sign Teddy
Right,
if he
but
wants to
right
resign
now
as
he's
the
still
backup.
yeah. But have they released him?
Oh,
He ain't
he's a free
released.
agent. He's not. He's not. They don't have. He doesn't have a contract with anybody right now.
Okay, so therefore
So
there
technically,
it
they can
is.
bring him back if he
Right. So
decides to.
therefore there it is. I'm not giving up Hurts. I'm not giving up Hurts. No. But
But I
I
can
will
sure if it was a trade for, they're probably definitely trying to trade for Hurts. They're not going to leave him in Philadelphia. I'm very sure
who?
he has.
No, but he's
If
asking
Seattle,
me if
yeah,
yeah,
that's
if
what I'm
he
saying.
asking me,
I would. I'm very sure if I was calling you, it's like, hey, I'm trying to move Russ. I can assure you, I'm asking for Jalen.
So let me be honest. So you know what? If I sit and think about it, you know what? Yeah, I probably would trade Hurts. I probably would. Absolutely. To answer your question, Anthony, I probably would trade Hurts because again, when it's all said and done, I'm getting a more veteran quarterback who's better, who's been there before, who's got it more experience. Yeah, I probably am trading Hurts and two other players. I probably am. Yep, just to get Russ for sure for a better possibility of making it
And
a Super
Jalen,
Bowl
Jalen,
run.
Jalen, Jalen
Mhm.
Rigger and RC Edgar Whiteside as well.
Yep, sure am.
That's the
Sure
three.
am.
That's
Yep.
what you get.
Them two and them. Yep. Them two and yep. Them two and Hurts. I sure would. I sure would. I would make that trade. I sure would. Yep. That's just me though. You know what I'm saying? That's me. I would make that happen for me.
You know
For
what? You know what I seen yesterday, Bishop, and I
what's up?
cried laughing when I see it. It's just so we just had a little off topic, but because we just talked about Jalen Rigger. The fans from the fans from Philadelphia was like Jalen. They know Jalen Rigger been gambling too. It's like someone was seeing the meme said, "Yeah, he came up to me and said bet this on the Indianapolis Colts money line." He said he just walked up on him. He's like, I was in a sweatsuit, and he just walked up and was like, "Hey, bet this on the Colts money line."
And they trying to get that man
He's
suspended for
like,
the
"We
year.
trying to do everything to get him off the field."
Yeah,
Oh
they
my
trying to get
goodness!
that man suspended for the year. Man, yeah, man. My thoughts about Wilson to Denver, man. I know that ain't what Sierra wanted because I think Sierra wanted to head it back out toward the Atlanta area. I
Towards the
think they,
east, going back
yeah,
east,
east, yeah.
southeast.
hmm So I don't know how Sierra probably feels about it. I would love to hear what Will and what Russ has to say because he hasn't said nothing yet. I'm waiting. Of course, you know they're gonna have a
For the press conference.
press conference once
Yeah,
he
so
arrives in
yeah, they're
Denver.
not gonna be able to do
But
it
he hasn't.
till
Well,
the
he
16th.
hasn't even. Yeah, he hasn't even agreed to it though yet because he has to agree. He has to
No,
do
he
a
signed.
physical.
Yeah, he signed off. He said he's good with it. But
Oh, did he?
so yeah, it doesn't take effect to the 16th because that's when the league's years start. New year starts. So
Oh, okay. So next
March 16th. Yes.
Tuesday, I
So
think
yeah,
it is.
yeah. So March 16th, we should start to see all these people who are with new teams or have been moved and are in process of moving. We should start to see the
Next
press
Wednesday,
conference and
actually, a
stuff like
week from
that
today. Actually, a
after
week from today.
next week.
A week from today. Okay. Yeah. Well, like I said, I can't wait to hear what Russ has to say at the podium. You know, I know Pete Carroll is probably hurt because he probably
You think
been
so?
going. Yeah. I feel like him and Russ had a good working relationship. I really do. I feel like they did. I don't know. It was, we all know how things were with Seattle at the beginning of the season. They were talking about Russ wanted out of
Mm-hmm.
Seattle, so I don't know. Maybe he didn't. Russ said, "We going to the ship." Is that what
No,
he's saying? We
no,
going to the
that's
ship.
not
We
what's being
going.
said. So now, but I do ask this, Bishop, and
Mhm.
so of course, anyone in the comments, please feel free to chime in. Does this make the AFC West the top quarterback conference division? Now you have Justin Herbert, the Los Angeles Chargers, Russell Wilson, Denver Broncos, Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs, and Derek Carr, the Las Vegas Raiders.
You saying is that the best?
Does that make that the best conference for quarterbacks? Best division for quarterbacks.
Depends on where it depends on where GOAT ends up because he's coming back, man. He's coming back. He's coming back, man. He's coming back. When Tom GOAT comes back, he knocks off two of those quarterbacks. So I'm just saying, I'm just saying, you know, depends on, but no, honestly, yeah, with the
I think it does. Yeah, when you look
with
at it,
yeah.
I think I'm going through my mind. I don't know because let me see. AFC Central. I mean AFC. They have Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow.
Mm.
Uh, what's his name? Mayfield.
Who Mayfield? Who? I know you ain't talking about Baker.
Yeah, so I guess they're
Stop.
not that. Yeah,
No,
Baker
don't add Baker.
Mayfield and
No,
Ryan Tannehill. So I guess that's
no,
not.
no.
Yeah,
That's not it. That's
yeah,
not
that's
it.
not it.
That's not it.
Two out of four.
2 out of 4. Yeah, that's not it.
Yeah,
That's
so
not
yeah,
it.
and then I was thinking NFC West, but I mean now they lose Russell Wilson, We don't
Right.
know who they're getting.
Right.
Garoppolo is probably not the only people there. Oh, it's Kyler Murray. So no, it's not the NFC West.
Yeah,
Uh,
whatever.
so
Hater.
that's like two. That's like
Now
one out of
Garoppolo,
four.
now
One out of
Garoppolo
three.
could definitely go to Seattle.
No, you can't.
Why?
No, stop that, bro.
Why?
They're not going to pray. You know what? Interestingly enough, and this is why I say he can't. Interestingly enough, Green the Anthony Price. I know this is probably going to hurt you. It was rumored or it was said that the Washington Commanders were looking to give 3 first rounders for Russell Wilson, and they turned it down.
Ooh.
You know why they turned it down?
Why?
They didn't want they wanted Russ out of the conference.
Who wanted Russ out of Seattle?
Seattle wants him out the conference.
Right, conference. Oh, okay. Yeah.
So you know, what I'm saying, so I was like, so that's the reason why I say Garoppolo
So
can't.
let me ask you this though, as a coach, Trey,
Yes.
and you've coached, say for instance, you over there in Seattle. You've coached
hmm
Russell ever since he's been over there in Seattle.
You should know some
You,
things.
you know that you know a lot of things about Russell because you've
hmm
coached him for the time he's been in the league. He's
hmm
been out in Seattle.
True.
Do you not feel you have an advantage? Do you feel? Or let me ask you: do you feel it's an advantage or a disadvantage playing against your former quarterback?
So to a degree, I think it's a dish. I almost said it was a stalemate, but I think there could be a little bit of a disadvantage. The reason I say that is when you look at it, true enough, you played with him, especially like Russ has been there 10 years. Basically, you've been around Russ for 9 to 10 years. In the 9 to 10 year, from the 9 to 10 years in which you have been there, you basically you learn certain things just as he should learn certain things about you. So what ends up happening is now he's going somewhere else where those things can be changed by that individual, or
Mm-hmm.
saying even that, or other things could be brought to light to where you don't know, and but yet he still knows about you for the most part, and now you have to potentially change. So that's why I say that it could be a little bit of a disadvantage because you don't know where he's when he's going. You know where he's going, but you don't know what is going to be taught, what's going to be what he's going to learn differently. And but for the most part, you can almost think that it's going to be same for him, especially if you get a quarterback that's of the same type of quarterback that he is. So
But don't
that's
you
why I look
know
at it.
as a quarter? But don't you as a coach know his weaknesses? Don't you know what his strengths are as well as his weaknesses, so you can know what Russell may struggle with
True, true.
when it comes to defensive schemes and stuff like that? Isn't that
Yeah,
an advantage for you?
yeah, but at the same time, now you go to a different coach, i.e., the quarterbacks coach, the offensive coordinator, the head coach, and now they can step and take that and maybe turn your weaknesses into strengths, or saying, or strengthen your or make your strength that you had a little bit stronger. So it becomes a different dynamic, in my opinion, once he goes to another team.
For me, I've always felt like I've always heard, like that comment which you made, where teams don't allow a player to go somewhere that's within their same conference, and I've always felt so I've always felt as though, like, I, in my opinion, I feel like that's it's an advantage for the team that lost that player. Because again, like I said, when you all look at it, I mean, I understand where you're coming from, Trey, but I also just look at it like, man, when it's all said and done, I know his faults. I know what he struggles with. Yeah, I know what his strengths are. So I'm definitely not going to play in the favor of his strengths. But I also know, excuse me, that these are his weaknesses. Just like, somebody said something not too long ago. I think it was on First Take or something like that, when they was talking about Julius Randle for the New York Knicks. They said he's left-handed. He goes left. Don't let him go left. Yet and still people allow him to go left. Force him to his right. He loves to go left. Even if he starts out right, he's going to end up coming back left. Yet and still people allow him to go left. So I feel like, if in that case, if Julius Randle was to go to another team, I'm letting them know, look, hey man, play Julius on his left side. Make him do everything to his right. Because that's his weak side. So I've always felt that type of way in regards to players, man. I feel like it's an advantage to the coaches or the team that that lost the players. Excuse me. compared to the team that's gaining the player.
Okay, and I can understand that. And like you said, at any point, for the most part, it can basically be that in any fact where it may be a disadvantage, it may be an advantage. Ideally, you would hope it just one cancels the other out due to the fact of where you're going on. So my philosophy might have to change a little bit because I coach to your strength. Saying going somewhere where you probably going different things, factors come into place, and it becomes, of course, a battle of wits between myself and the coach. So I can understand your point as well. Additionally, without a doubt. So of course, saying as we stated earlier in the week, we was going to have another guest on. He is a plays for the up and coming MBA, Military Basketball Association. If y'all remember, a month or so ago, we had Major Mike Myers, who is a Army major and also the commissioner of the NBA. In Denver, as we talk about Denver, so he might be able to talk about that. See if saying if he's a Denver fan or if he's with it somewhere else. But he is in Denver as he plays for CMB, the Colorado Military Basketball team up in Denver. Give him an opportunity to speak on it and talk about saying the things that we've been through, what's going on in the NBA. At this point, we have you with you today, Mr. Andrew Nichols. What's going on, Andrew? Well, Andre. I'm sorry, Andre. Andre, what's going on, Andre, bro? What's good with you, bro?
It's all good, man. I appreciate you guys having me on. You know what I'm
Yes,
saying?
sir.
So,
Yes, sir. So, tell us a little bit about yourself, Andre. Saying what you do in the military, where you been, and all that type of stuff.
so yeah, I was active duty military in 2016.
Mm-hmm.
I joined late. I was about 26 years old when I joined, just kind of like trying to figure out what was the next steps for me in my life. You know what I'm saying? I
Mm-hmm.
actually did not have any type of aspirations of playing basketball in the military, like at all. Like, you know what I'm saying? I went to college, small NAI school, Simpson University. Um, Things didn't kind of work out for me like I wanted to, so I left early. Tried to go overseas and play pro. That didn't really work out for me, so I ended up coming home and then I was like, what's next? So my mother was like, join the army, join the military. And I was like,
Ain't there
is
always
you
a mom that
serious?
does that? Ain't that always the mom's aspiration? Like, join the army. That's how I got in the
Absolutely.
army.
So when she told me, I was like, the army? No, I'm still trying to hoop. I'm still trying to hoop. So and to be honest, it was probably the best decision I ever really made because
Say
it
that.
taught me
Say
how
that.
to be very accountable for, the things that I had done previously and then the
Mm-hmm.
things that I was going to do in the future. So when I got to Carson in June of 2016, I didn't know I didn't know what to do. I had just came from basic and AIT, so I was kind of like it was like a shock because I was like, okay, now I'm getting back into regular civilian life. I'm like, I get all this freedom. I don't know what to do. So I did what was normal. I went to the gym.
Mm-hmm.
So I remember walking on Fort Carson's gym on the MWR, and gym was packed. Like it was packed. I'm like, damn, it get like
That's
this
that.
out here?
That's that bishop. That bishop like that type of stuff.
Yeah. So I'm like, it gets like that out here because I'm from California. So I'm
Yeah.
like, I didn't know it got like that. So I ran into a guy by the name of who's really, really good friend of mine right now. Shout him out, Paul Benjamin. They actually did a write up on him. He's one of the winningest players in military basketball history. Played
Mm-hmm.
for Fort Carson for 8 years. He was on that base for 8 years, which is really hard to do, active duty. So he saw me play. He actually shouted me out to Angel Acevedo, which was the former head coach at Fort Carson. Um, he called me, was like, do you want to come try out? And I was like, of course. So from there, it went downhill. I tried out, made the team. We went, and Angel, man, that dude know how to put a schedule together. We was playing college teams, JUCO teams, small Division II schools. We were playing in a bunch of tournaments, money tournaments. So I played a full schedule my first year, and then after that, it just kept on going. And how I got linked in with the NBA, I had actually got out of the Army. I got out of the Army and I was like, you know what, I'm gonna go back home. I miss Cali. I want to be near my family. So I went back home and I was home for 2 years, trying to find myself, find a way, using just my Army resources to try to find employment, that I felt was beneficial for me. And it just didn't work out. So I remember getting on the phone and I called Ace and I was like, I need you, coach. Like, I can't do this down here, man. I'm not progressing like I want to. I need to get back to Colorado. So he hooked it up. I end up I work at CIF on post.
Okay, yeah.
And then I end up getting back in the military as a reservist. So
Okay.
that's what ties me to the NBA. I'm a reservist.
So you know we don't like you.
Actual contractor.
Andre, with your current occupation in the military, you know we don't like you because you know how CIF is. We despise CIF, bro. We despise CIF, bro.
If y'all don't know what CIF
is,
CIF is Central Issuing Facility. So what happens at the CIF is CIF gives you your
CIF is the devil, Trey. The CIF is the devil. It's the devil.
I feel your pain. Listen, I equate CIF to the DMV. You can go in there. Hey, you can go in there thinking you need nothing but a grenade pouch, and you in there for 3 hours. I swear to God, I'm not playing. Like, I feel your pain. I was on the inside when I would come in looking for stuff, and then I see it from my position because I'm in the back with the warehouse and stuff, and I deal with the plates and the Kevlar and all that stuff, and like it breaks people. I done seen majors come in there and just
you gonna see all
lose
these
their mind. I've seen higher ups come in there and lose their mind. So I definitely feel y'all pain when it comes to CIF. I've seen it from both ends.
It's like a little different for us, Andre, because we were cooks. So try to turn in some damn cook whites when you come in, and they talk about like, yo, this same stain was there when I got these joints 5 years ago.
Y'all get it the worst.
Exactly.
Get it the worst because they gotta actually take their stuff to the cleaners and get it clean. And if it's not in the plastic, we not taking it.
Exactly. That part.
Yeah.
It's like, you know what I equate the CIF to when you do a turn in, especially your league, it's like an NBA draft. Like you wish you was like, man, I hope I get called, bro. It's like, you get up there, you be sweating, you be looking at, they be doing all that turn in and flipping, you be nervous and stuff, like you on the.
Bro, that's the only
don't let
thing.
them kick back an item you think is clean. You like, no. See, I clicked that 4 times now. I clicked that 4 times last night. You gonna take this item?
I paid to get this clean. Like he said, it was gonna pass the first time.
Andre, I'm gonna be honest with you. I done went to CIF and they kicked back something that I didn't even use. I was like, how is you kicking back something that I didn't even use?
Man,
like I didn't even use that.
I done seen folks coming with stuff still in the plastic and it got kicked back.
See, that's what I'm talking about, man.
I'm like, yo, I'm gonna say I don't work on the line and I ain't trying to throw my comrades under the bus, but I just know that I'm glad I don't work on the line. Just know that.
Man.
So,
oh my
man, I met Myers through Coach Acevedo. He reached out to me. He was well aware of my previous military basketball experience, and he was just like telling me like, man, we got something special going on, and we want you to be a part of it. And I was like, you know what, that's cool. I'm with that because we was just getting back from COVID, and man, let me tell you, like, I'm naturally not a big guard. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? I walk around in shape, ready to play, between 168 and 174. That's where I walk around at. When I got to Colorado after COVID, I was about 188, almost 190. That's like the heaviest I've ever been. So trying to move and cut and play at that weight, I was like, oh, hell no, it's not going to work. My knees had other plans for that. So we had to get into we just had to get in shape. We had to get in shape. A lot of people were, it was a joint team. So we had veterans, we had dependents, we had Air Force, we had Marines, we had Army. And if you know, Army and the Marines really don't mix that well. You know what I'm saying? Like,
not at all.
It's a competitive thing. It's an ego thing. And one of the guys on the team now, man, he's a good dude. I like him. I like his spunk. I like his attitude. Alex Miller, he's a former All-Marine guard. And when you bring that kind of bravado into, basically, I'm going to say it, like a team full of dogs. We still have a team full of dogs. But that first year, we had a team full of, like, dogs. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of the best players I've ever seen play in military basketball on one team. And you got our practice. Man, let me tell you, we almost came to blows. I want to say out of the first 5 practices, we almost came to blows every practice. Every practice. Yeah, like you can ask if you ever get a chance to talk to Coach Myers again, he'll tell you, like, when we first started, the hate was real. And I don't want to say hate, but just the dislike was just real. We was just not vibing. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
And I think it took us going to Vegas to kind of like really hone in on what we had, because we had something special. You know?
They had that Remember the Titans vibe going.
Absolutely, man. Absolutely.
Yeah,
Like we went down there, and I'm not gonna lie, we got smacked in the mouth. We
what?
got punched
Who
all the
smacked
way in the
y'all?
mouth.
Who
So
smacked
we
y'all?
went down there. We played Fort Worth.
Oh,
They
Fort
got
Worth.
us up out of there. We went and played Fort Hood. They got us up out of there. And then we went and played OKC&B, which is another good team. They got us up out of there. So I was like,
Wow.
We're at this point, we're 0-3. Like,
Wow.
what are we gonna do? You know, we got to get this together. We ended up going home. Like, folks is questioning whether or not we good enough to even get to the finals. So we ended up sneaking in at like an 11th seed.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
And we played 6 games in 2 days. We ended up going, no, take that back, 5 games in 2 days. We ended up going 4-1. We were 4-0 going into the Final Four. And we played Camp Pendleton to go to the NBA Finals.
Marines.
And let me tell you,
Marines,
man,
yes, yeah.
Camp Pendleton is I want to say like my nemesis. I cannot, and it's all out of love. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
I cannot stand Camp Pendleton. And I mind you, it's all love. Like, I know those guys out there. You know, Brian Baptiste, who's the guard out there. He's a former USA All-Armed Forces guard. Chris Harris. Not Chris Harris, but his last name is Harris. That dude is a bucket. I mean, he's a walking bucket, man. Like, he gave us like 25. Like, we've played him the last 3 times, and this last time we played him in Dallas, he gave us 30. And then chucked the deuces up. Like, you know, like, dude is a
did you see that game, Bishop? He said Dallas, it should have been the one you was at. Did you?
You was at Kim's tournament?
Yes, sir. I was
Oh, okay. I was there. I don't know if you saw.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw us. We was it was myself and 2 of my frat brothers.
Yeah.
Guys in the blue and the orange.
Okay, yeah. We played him in the championship, and man, he gave us 30. He gave us a 30 piece and walked off. Man, I was just like, but
what was that? What team was that?
That was C&B. That was Camp Pendleton versus C&B. That's us, Colorado Military Basketball.
Pendleton. Oh, I know the guard. The little he not real tall.
No.
I know who you talk. Yeah, that boy. Yeah, he is walking buckets. I watched him play in the other gym, not the main gym. I watched him play a game in the other gym. Oh yeah, that boy can ball.
He's a bucket, man.
He can ball. He can ball
for sure.
And he's humble. He's very humble.
Yes,
he's very humble. Yeah.
Very. And very humble. I kind of like the direction that the NBA is heading in. With Miss Kim, let me tell you something. She's a godsend. Like, she works and orchestrates so much stuff behind the scenes, man. It's
I guess we lost him.
Did we lose him?
Yeah, hopefully he gets back.
Oh, there you
go. All right, there you go.
Yeah. Nah, like I was saying, like, Kim is a pleasure to be around. She runs a tight ship. The tournaments are always good. There's always no issues. And if there is an issue, she gonna come and address it. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna, like, listen, we got some things going on. I want to know what's going on. It's how we can make it better. She's always been like that. She actually just came down to the tournament we had just recently, a couple weeks ago. About 2 weeks ago, we were in Fort Worth. We were just in Dallas playing Dyess Air Force Base and Fort Worth. And we were able to go 4-0 that weekend. And she was down there. She came down there with stuff to give out. And she's a joy to be around. You know what I'm saying? She's actually the one who plugged me in with y'all. And she's dope. She's dope. I like where the NBA is heading right now.
Yeah, Kim is real dope. Yeah, man. I like Kim a lot, man. She's doing major things for the NBA. I met her for the first time during that tournament which she hosted down in Fort Worth. Went down there, met her for the first time. And she, like you said, man, she's so her passion for the sport, being that she played the sport, you see it. Her passion for the sport is so phenomenal, man, and she knows what she's talking about. That's what a lot of people sell her short at. I think is that because she's a woman and they think she don't know what she's talking about, but she knows the game and she knows everything about the game. And so, yeah, she's a good person, man.
I like what she does with the semi-pro team and all of that.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. She's definitely a person to be rubbing elbows with if you're a part of that NBA lifestyle.
For sure.
That's what's up. So you said you're in the reserves now. You're in the reserves right now, Andre? Excuse me.
Yeah. So I found a reserve unit in Colorado that would take me because I came from California. I relocated, so you know how that goes. They were just like, yeah, when you get out there, find yourself a unit. I was like, oh, all right, bet. So I went out there and found an aviation unit that was willing to take me on, and they're actually on Carson. So I work on Carson. My reserve unit is on Carson, so it works out good. You know what I'm saying? So
That's what's up.
yeah.
What was your MOS before you got out?
92 awesome. You already know that. You know, logistics, baby.
92, yeah,
We got
92
our
awesome.
Okay, you quartermaster, so we
He
still
quartermaster. He good with us. He good with
you
us. He
quartermaster,
quartermaster.
so
He
we
good
can
with
rock
us.
for that.
trust me,
He
man.
good with us.
I know what you feel like. 92 Yankees, 92 Golfs,
Yeah,
Alphas. Like we all got to stick together because I'm telling you
that's
right
right.
now, don't nothing move without us.
Without
They
us,
don't
there it
understand that
is. There it is. There it
logistics
is.
all
That part.
day.
Don't nothing
That
move
part.
without us. You can't
That
eat
part.
without us. You can't get your stuff without us. You know what I'm saying? So that's just how
That
that
part.
is.
That
Yeah,
part.
I had a blast being active duty. You know what I'm saying? I was like I said, I joined at 26 and I did the 3 years, and I was just, and then like I said, I was playing ball the whole time. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't realize how serious military basketball was until I went to the Capitol Classic in DC, 2017.
So Andre, let me tell you something. I will say this, and I spoke about this when Kim was on here, and as well as of course Trey. You have, don't get me wrong. Basketball here in the U.S. is amazing. Don't get me wrong, especially military basketball. A lot of people that aren't affiliated with military and hasn't been around the military personnel and watched them play sports, especially basketball, they have no idea. But when I say, Andre, if you would have had the opportunity, and you may still have, I don't know if you can be in reservists, but if you ever get an opportunity to be able to go overseas to like Europe and play, when I say, that's why when you talked about how the gym was packed, when I say, Andre, the gym was wall to wall, standing room only, room only, with a DJ in the corner playing beats during the whole basketball game. When I say it was like going to a club, the gym was so packed, it was ridiculous over there. Like that was the biggest thing. You would never think a military basketball game would draw that many fans to a game. But oh my God, bro, that's where I was like, and I was young, and that was back in the 90s when I was when I was over there, early mid 90s when I was over there, in late 90s actually, and from 96 to 99. And man, when I say that them boys balling out there, and over there, the two top dominant teams were Air Force and Army. That love-hate thing, oh man, they would battle. And when I say they battle, and Trey, you was talking about how the highest score you saw in the games in that gym in which you play, the highest score I saw over there in Europe while they was playing those basketball games was like in the hundreds. They were scoring 120 to 1, beating teams 120 to 110.
That's tough. That's tough.
That's how big those games were over there, bro. They was balling.
Yeah.
They was balling over there, bro.
I like the camaraderie that, because like I said, once we get between those lines, for me, I don't like to do a whole lot of talking. I don't like to do a whole lot of engaging in you. Like we can talk after the game, and I like the camaraderie that's built, because a lot of these guys, when I first started playing, didn't know them that well, and now I've built up a rapport that when they see me, oh man, what's going on, Dre? How you doing? You know what I'm saying? I like where it's going, because you don't get that. I feel like you don't get that in regular sports.
Right.
In civilian sports, you don't get that. You know what I'm saying?
You don't.
You play, you go, but like I feel like I can go to other states and tap in with those guys, and then be able to get good run and be able to build, a bond and a relationship that you can't get outside the military. I think that's what being in the military that ties it together, and that's dope. A lot of guys on my team, I would have never met outside the military. I would have never met them outside the military. We wouldn't have even ran in the same circles. But the fact that we have one thing in common, which is the military, and then we're able to get on the court, it's like, okay, like
win-win.
I see where you're coming from now. You know what I'm saying? And
yeah,
man, I'm excited. Like coming in the approaching days, we got man, CMB got some stuff coming, man. That's all I got to say. We got it at every position. Every position.
Really?
We got it at every position. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's what's up.
We got a 6'9" dude. I didn't even know they let 6'9" brothers in the military. Like, I'm like, bro, I could have sworn when I was enlisting there was a height and a weight requirement. You already exceed both. How are you here? You know what I'm saying? And
What's your height,
now,
Andre? What's your height?
I'm 5'10" on a good day.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
On a good day.
You said on a good day.
On a good day. But yeah, we got a guy. I'm telling you right now. Be prepared. His name's he's young. He just did his BLC. He's a young dude. He just got in the military. He only been in the military 2-3 years. Akeem Eccles, I'm telling you that right now. That dude is going. Akeem Eccles, he is going to be a problem.
Where's he from?
210. He can handle the ball, shoot it, layup package. He's strong as hell. I mean, he's gonna be a problem.
Where's he from?
Where's he from?
He's actually from Baltimore.
Maryland. Okay.
Yeah, he's from Baltimore. Them East Coast kids, man, they built different out there. You know what I'm saying? All they do is eat, sleep, and basketball. That's it. That's all they do.
What's going on, Son Bridesback? What's going on? What's going on? So you say you're from California. What part of Cali you from?
So my family is hailing from Richmond, the Bay Area. You know what I'm saying? And then I grew up in a little town in between Fresno and Bakersfield. I mean, in between Fresno and Modesto called Merced.
Oh, Merced. All right, I know you're from.
Yeah. So I went to high school out there. 2006, 2007, played ball out there, and then I went to a JUCO right down the street. Played for a good coach. Doesn't get enough credit for his basketball knowledge. Bill Russell, a dude is a savant when it comes to defense. Like, that's where I learned how to play defense now. Like, he's taught me so many things. He actually retired a couple years ago, and now my childhood friend now coaches the same JUCO that I played at, which is crazy. Alan Huddleston, he played at Fresno State. Dude is just a stud. And then after Merced College, I went to Simpson University to play for Pat King. And I played a year there, and then I decided to leave, to try to chase a hoop dream. And then, that's probably one of my biggest regrets is not finishing school, which is kind of what I'm dealing with right now. But you don't ever really see the picture while you're in it. You get out of it and you're like,
hindsight of 2020.
Stayed and finished, But
hindsight of 2020. Yep.
I'm telling you.
2020.
I'm telling you, so I like my journey. I like where I've been going. And like I said, I never had any intentions of playing military basketball. I got to Colorado and it was like, yo, the gym be bumping. I'm like,
oh yeah.
All right, bet, let's go. So, and then here I am, saying I wouldn't change it. Like, I've been able to play for 2 solid coaches, and that is hard to do in the military because you already know coaches, that's voluntary.
Yeah, you don't get paid for it. Yeah, you don't get paid for it. Nope.
You don't get paid for it, and you don't get a lot, and nobody really sees the work you put in until it's done.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And I can tell you that between Angel Acevedo and Mike Myers, those are probably 2 of the hardest working brothers in military basketball that I've ever seen. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's
what's up.
Angel, Coach Ace is like the logistics side. Coach Mike is kind of like the representation. You know what I'm saying? He's the commissioner, so he can talk his way to it. But behind the scenes, man, Coach Ace is different. You know what I'm saying? Working out kinks, getting things set up. Coach, where we finna stay at? Already got it lined up. Don't worry about it. Coach, how we get into the game? Oh, I got shuttles coming. You know what I'm saying? Like, he had all the
logistics taken care of him. Yep, all the logistics taken care of. Yep.
Not to mention on the sideline, dude is fiery. Like, he cares for his players. He'll get a tech just cause. Like, all right, I'm not liking the way the game's going. My players is getting bumped up, touched up. I'm finna go ahead and get a tech and change the trajectory of this game. He's just like that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, and I got lucky enough to play for 2 solid coaches. So it's like, I feel like that helps.
That's what's up, man.
Okay, so let's ask you this, Andre. Being that you're from the West Coast, what teams are you rocking with? NFL, NBA, all that type of stuff. Who you rocking with?
It's funny you say that, man. So, like, growing up, I grew up in the 90s, right? Mm-hmm. I really didn't learn an appreciation from my state and for who hailed from that state till I got older. So, growing up, it's funny. I played AAU, and I played against Damian Lillard. Grew up playing the same AAU circuit. Didn't know that was Damian Lillard until obviously he got to where he was. But I didn't like any California teams growing up. None. And I'm gonna tell you why.
Yeah, give it to me.
I'm gonna tell you why. So, being from the Bay Area, we're known for talking and playing at the same time.
Uh-huh.
That is just what we're known for. We're known for talking and playing at the same time. My father, bless him, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was a guy that grew up. Not a lot of people liked him because he talked a lot. Like, he reminds me of Patrick Beverly, just he could shoot better.
Okay.
That's the kind of guard that my father was. So he liked the Lakers. I despised the Lakers growing up. I did not like the Lakers at all. At all. I did not like the Lakers. I didn't like the Warriors because back in the day, the Warriors weren't that good.
Yeah, they trash.
They were trash. Except for that small run TMC era, they were trash.
Yeah.
So I definitely didn't like the Sacramento Queens. Did not like them at all.
Queens.
You know what I'm saying? So
he said the Sacramento Queens.
So growing up in the 90s, you had to rock with Jordan. Jordan had the 90s in the chokehold.
Facts.
So I grew up a Jordan fan. And then in football, I hated the Raiders. I hated the Niners. So obviously, you know who the team of the 90s was. The Cowboys.
Right.
Oh my goodness. No.
Yes.
The blasphemy. Blasphemy.
Yes, I am a diehard Cowboy fan. I've been rolling with the Cowboys.
God.
And we've been going through it, as you know, the whole 2000s. And I'm talking like I've been a Cowboy fan since we had Troy Hambrick at our running back. That is.
Wow.
Yes. So
wow. Yeah, you a true fan.
Yeah. I deal with all the naysayers and stuff, and then like I said, my family. He talking about mute him. Like my family is from the Bay Area, so I got a family full of Niner fans. So like this year was rough for me. My phone was on Do Not Disturb because.
That's some Bishop type stuff. That's the stuff Bishop would do. If the Eagles lose, it's a wrap. You ain't gonna get
Don't call me. Don't call to check on me. Don't call my welfare. I don't know. I don't know how I'm doing.
That fake love. Like, hey man, you okay? You okay?
I don't need it. So those are the. I rock with Jordan, and then once Jordan retired, I couldn't, like, I was like, who am I gonna rock with now? So I really don't have a team in the NBA. It's weird. I like to watch people's games. My favorite player of all time. Yeah, my favorite player of all time is Dwayne Wade by far.
Okay, D Wade.
Not even close.
Okay.
Yeah.
So before
who do you like right
go ahead.
now? Oh, I'm sorry, my bad, Trey.
No, go ahead.
So who do you like watching right now that's playing in the league? Like who's
That's
I gotta see right now.
I like these young dudes. Like,
I knew.
So
I'm looking for one particular person. He's going to say.
You know I am. I am looking for one particular
right
person.
now. Okay, so I'm a point guard, right?
Okay.
So I'm a point guard. I have an appreciation for the way Chris Paul is able to play the game at 36 years old.
Okay.
I have an appreciation for that, only because I'm 33 this year, so I'm getting up there. You know what I'm saying? So, but right now, man, the way these dudes is playing the ball, playing the game, John Moran is different.
There it is.
He's different, man. Like, dude is different. Like, and then it's like Luka Doncic. I'm telling you right now,
beast.
That's a bad white boy. That's a bad boy. That's a bad boy. That's a bad boy. So right now, right now that Dwayne Wade is retired, those are probably the two guys in the game that I'm really watching right now. I mean, of course, you got Kyrie. There's a bunch of players, but Luka and Ja right now they on a different plateau right now.
Hold on, Trey. I got to ask him this question. So, real quick, Dre, is it okay if I call you Dre?
Yeah.
Okay. So real quick, right? We did this a couple of weeks ago. We did this with Kim. We actually did it with
Mike too. Yeah,
Mike too. You know about Mount Rushmore, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Who in the NBA,
past
or present, all time, is on your Mount Rushmore?
That's so hard, and I knew that was coming. That's so hard. You know what? Like I said, I'm from the Bay Area. We don't like to run from stuff, but I am on a public platform, and I ain't trying to get, castrated off the show. You feel me? But I'm gonna go ahead and indulge. So off the rip, Mount Rushmore's 4. So we're gonna do MJ off the rip. I understand what LeBron is doing, and I'm a LeBron fan. We played his AAU team the year he left because he played for the Oakland Soldiers. So I'm a big MJ is number 1. That's off the rip. Let's get that out the way. Out the way.
Facts. Easy.
Yeah, it starts getting hard.
Yeah,
Believe
It
me.
is. It is.
There it
Because
goes.
you got to understand something. I respect it. Now, this, please, folks, fans, don't take this the wrong way. I was not a Kobe fan, but I respected his game.
Fact.
And I learned a different respect for it when he retired, because his level of competitiveness and his work ethic those are the two things that I really admire, because I have a serious work ethic myself, and I'm competitive. Like, I don't care if we're playing shoots and ladders. I'm trying to win.
Right.
Oh, Rondo ass.
Dead serious. I'm all the way like that. So based off that alone, I'm putting him at the number 2 spot. And I know people are gonna be like, "You crazy? You tripping? LeBron's got to be number 2." It's 1, 2, and 3. Jordan, Kobe, LeBron. Now this is where the fourth one gets a little rough, because for me, it's preference, not. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So with that being said, I'm a guard. I'm not a center.
Right.
They're out of there. I mean, I have an appreciation for the big dogs, but I'm not a center. So sorry. I'm not a power forward. So
sorry.
They're out of there too.
And the only reason why LeBron is in there is because he's a small forward that can do everything. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So with that being said, my Mount Rushmore: Jordan, Kobe, Bron, and Wade. Now I say Wade because Wade, to me, is the third best shooting guard to ever lace up a pair of sneakers, and I dare you to argue me otherwise.
Okay.
Now I know people say Jerry West. I know people say Allen Iverson. Allen Iverson was a combo guard. You know what I'm saying? He's 1 and 2. He's a killer. He can score the ball, but Dwayne Wade he's just different. Flash.
He's an animal.
From 06 to 09.
Yeah, he's an
I'm
animal.
putting that against. I'm putting that 3-year span against anybody that ever played in the league. From 06 to 09, I'm putting that span against anybody.
Oh, look at Kimberly talking about good picks. Look, there go Kim right there. Look, Kim.
Look, because she knows.
There go Kim. Okay. We have to get anybody who's basketball oriented and definitely knows the game. We always got to see who their Mount Rushmore would be. So we had to ask you as well. But those were good picks. I like them. I like them a lot. I like them. Of course. So who do you feel? Let me ask you this real quick, because I know Trey got a question for you too. So right now, and I'm assuming you're gonna probably say who you already mentioned, but who is the best guard in the league currently, in your opinion?
And we talking about 1 and 2, or we just saying guard in general?
Guard in general.
Right now, best guard in the league with everything talent-wise. You got a little bit of everything: height, can dribble the ball, can shoot. Woo-wee. That's tough, because you know who I consider the guard. You know who I consider a guard, because he doesn't bang, he doesn't really have post work. I consider Jason Tatum a guard. And
but he's listed as a 4 though.
He's listed as a 4. But most of his work is perimeter.
All his work pretty much is perimeter. Pretty much 90% of his work is perimeter. He
looks like he's 205 soaking wet, and he's like 6'10". So it's hard right now. And my man Kyrie just dropped a 50-piece with an extra.
Speak on it. On it.
Bro, that's what makes it so hard. So, man.
What up, Alvin?
I gotta go with
look at Kill talking about Tatum.
Tatum. Best guard in the league by far, talent-wise.
I don't think you can go wrong with whoever you say, to be honest.
I haven't even, this whole entire time on here, I haven't even mentioned Steph Curry, who's the greatest shooter to walk
ever.
And then you got Devin Booker, who's hurt right now, but man, that's hard. But right now,
I'll give you a chance to think on it. Let me go through these scores from last night. We'll come back to it. So of course, as you stated, last night, Kyrie Irving and the Brooklyn Nets took on the Charlotte Hornets in Charlotte, North Carolina. Stand up. So of course, in that game, as we stated, Kyrie dropped a 50-piece on 83% shooting, going 9 for 12 from downtown. Basically, it was like a welcome back party, I guess, with him and KD. playing together. 50 points, 3 rebounds, 6 assists. Kevin Durant, 14 points, 3 rebounds, 7 assists. 12 points from Patty Mills, and additionally a 20 piece from Andre Drummond with a 14 rebound effort to go in. Of course, the Hornets, led by Terry Rozier's at 30 points, 8 rebounds, 4 assists, 30 points from Miles Bridges, as well as 15 for Kelly Oubre, and LaMelo Ball's 24 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 assists. Of course, that puts the Brooklyn Nets at a 500 record, 33-33. The Charlotte Hornets dropped to 2 games below 500. Again, Kyrie, is this what we can expect from Kyrie, gentlemen? Y'all think that's what it
Bruh.
is, or
What? Bro, don't even fix your face, Trey, and say something.
This the thing about
this is the thing about Kyrie, right? He didn't need nobody from the LA Rams to be in the stands for him to drop.
There
50.
you go with that. There you go with
He
that.
didn't
Really?
need that. He didn't need nobody from LA Rams.
No, he needed KD. That's what he needed.
Fine, that's his
I can't
teammate.
really let you
That's
get
his
that
teammate.
off. I can't really let you get that off because I know where you're going with it when you're talking about he don't need nobody from the stands. And sometimes you need unwanted motivation. I need that myself. Like when I go play in these NBA tournaments, I look in the stands for somebody that's like, who was talking? Oh, there he is right there. And then that gets me going.
Oh,
but,
I get that, Dre.
But with Kyrie,
totally understand when it comes. Yeah, you need that motivation, somebody to spark you to give you. I get that part.
Yeah.
I do.
But
we
Kyrie,
talking about, Dre, we talking about what LeBron do. Like we haven't seen LeBron do that all season, and then all of a sudden here comes Aaron Donald on the sideline right there by the court sideline, and LeBron knocks a 3. He got to give him a high five. Like, come on, LeBron, quit me.
He's a showman.
He's a showman.
He's a showman. Not to mention, he is 37 years old.
Facts.
He is 37 years old. And I think that a lot of people, not to get sidetracked, but I feel like a lot of people, they expect 37-year-old LeBron to do what he did at 27. Age is going to show. Trust me.
Absolutely. I'm first to tell you. Absolutely.
It's going to. Now, I don't care how much money you spend on your body. Like, you can spend $1 million to $10 million. Father Time is undefeated. You know what I'm saying? Undefeated. But what Kyrie is concerned, I think what Kyrie is, Kyrie's bag is so deep.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't need anything to get him going. Like, he knows I have counter after counter after counter after counter. You can cut me off here, I'm gonna go around the back. You can try to contest me here, I'm gonna switch to my middle. His bag is so unlimited, and that's the difference between him and LeBron. LeBron bag ain't that deep. You know what I'm saying? Kyrie is a gift. He's a gift from God when it comes to handling that ball and when it comes to scoring a rock. Because he's only 6'2". You know what I'm saying? So it's hard. You know what I'm saying? It's real hard to not. Kyrie just different. It's just different. So I feel like you can expect that from him on a
nightly basis.
Don't let them take away that. Well, they did take away the little vaccine mandate or whatever.
Yeah.
But if he's able to play at the crib, oh Lord.
So, of course, continuing on with the Cleveland Cavaliers, took on the Indiana Pacers in Indiana. Cleveland coming out victorious, 127-124. Of course, Cleveland was led by 41 points from the guard. He's another dog. 13 assists, 5 rebounds for Darius Garland, 11 points from Isaac Oroko, 21 points for Laurie Markkanen, and 22 from Evelyn Mobley, accompanied with 12 rebounds. The Pacers was led by 21 points from Tyrese Halliburton, another big guard doing his thing. 15 points from Jalen Smith, Bitz Days, as well as Dwayne Washington Jr., and 12 points from Isaiah Jackson and Malcolm Brogdon, as the Pacers gave the Cavaliers all they could, but came up a little short with the 3-point loss. Cleveland 38-27, Indiana 22-45. Of course, like I said, it was a fight. It was one of the games in which, of course, we picked as well. Bishop, again, the Suns without, as we said, Booker or Chris Paul, took on the Orlando Magic in Orlando, just barely edging them out 102-99 behind Landry Shamet's 21 points, 3 rebounds, and 2 assists. 21 points from DeAndre Ayton with 19 rebounds and 1 assist.
18 from Cameron Payne and with a double-double with 12 assists and 6 rebounds. The Magic was led by Wendell Carter Jr.'s 20 points and 12 rebounds, 11 points from Cole Anthony, and 11 points from Markel Fultz as they tried their best to dispatch the Suns, but it didn't happen. Of course, Orlando drops to 16-50 on the year. The Phoenix moves up to 52-13 as they try to keep their heads above water as we look for Kevin Booker to come back from the protocol, and CP3 got about 3 weeks before he possibly can start playing again after the fractured finger. So, do y'all think the Suns hold on to that number one spot, or you think Ja's going to get it?
No, they gonna hold it. I think that right last night what we saw. Well, it was the Magic though. It ain't like they was playing. I mean, the Magic. It was the Magic, but the Suns. I still like when Devin comes back. I'm hoping he should be back within the next couple of days. I'm sure, like they said, they have to test. They have to test negative a couple of times, I believe, before they actually allow him to get back on the court. But yeah, once CP3 and Devin come back, they'll be straight. I think they can hold off. I gotta see who they play next. I think I gotta see who they got left before them two actually come back. See, they got the Heat tonight, so
that's gonna be hard because Tyler Hero been in another. He's been on.
He's being a hero. He's being a
That's
hero.
exactly.
He could sit out the rest of the season and still get 6 man of the year.
Yeah,
for real.
Yeah, true that.
Yeah,
like he's a bucket. But to go what you said, I think Phoenix will hang on because I feel like Golden State is. I don't know, like they got to figure that out. That between Poole and Clay.
Oh yeah,
Clay.
Poole, bro.
I have my reservations about Clay coming back to begin with because he tore his Achilles on one leg and tore his ACL on another. So, like that's so hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? It's real hard. Now, if he'd have tore on the same leg, it'd have been different,
right?
Because you don't have that hesitant feeling about which leg is going to give out if you make a certain move. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Clay, as you know, before he got hurt, he was an all NBA defensive defender. Like,
right.
He could guard your best player
every position,
and still give you 25.
Right.
But he can't give you 25 right now, and he damn sure can't guard the best player on the floor. So, I mean, Jordan Poole he's been balling.
He has.
Hence the reason they getting ready to give him a huge extension.
Oh yeah, he needs his ducats. He needs his money. But I mean, like, so they got to figure out that balance between Poole and Clay, and if they figure that out with Draymond coming back,
as well as Wiseman too. He's in the G League.
Yeah, I think they'll be all right, but I don't think that they'll be able to catch the Suns though.
Okay.
I don't either. And I know we're gonna talk about the Clippers and Warriors game, but I will say that I did watch that game last night, and I will say, just like Dre is saying, for me, after watching the Warriors last night with Clay and Steph, they're struggling with their shot. Both of them, they're struggling bad with their shot. They don't look like the Warriors of old at all.
Well, you know, Curry only had 15.
Right, and he was 1 for 6 from the 3-point line.
Yes,
1 for 6.
And this is the thing. That's the thing with Curry. Curry will have those nights. He'll go 1 for 9, and then the next night go shoot 10 for 12 from 3. You know what I'm saying? So that's just that perks of pros and cons of being the greatest shooter ever.
Right.
Yeah, that's true that.
Agreed.
So, of course, with that, let's go ahead and talk a little bit about the Clippers game. As the Clippers, the Golden State game, the Clippers traveled up the coastline to the Bay Area to take on the Golden State Warriors. As the Golden State Warriors were able to get the 15-point dub, winning 112-97. Of course, the Clippers were led by Nicholas Batum's 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 1 and 6 assists, 10 points from Isaiah Harrison and Brandon Boston Jr. Additionally, 10 points for Rodney Hood, 11 points for Marcus Morris Sr., as well as Luke Kennard. Reggie Jackson, who was on the tear, didn't get it done. 5 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. Even though there was a little contribution, as we stated, 20 points from Jordan Poole, 20 points from Klay Thompson, 21 points from young gun Alvin Kuminga, 14 points from 14 and 11 from Andrew Wiggins, and 14, 5 and 5 from Steph Curry. Additionally, Steph Curry also broke the Golden State Warriors all-time steals. So now he holds the most steals and 3-pointers for Golden State.
another notch in his Hall of Fame career. Hence the reason Steph Curry is on my Mount Rushmore of players. Just saying, just that dude. As y'all was saying, they're looking to start to get people back. At some point, they're gonna have to start making some changes to see what works best for them. For Phoenix. So, do y'all foresee
You mean for
the
the Warriors?
potential? Yeah, I'm sorry for the Warriors. Do y'all foresee a situation to where we have the Western Conference Phoenix against or do we see a run in with the Warriors and the Phoenix Suns for in the playoffs at the end of the day?
Out in the West?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
That's a great possibility. Yeah.
it is, but I'm gonna say something that's probably unpopular opinion.
Mm-hmm.
The Warriors in the playoffs, because they're so small, they're going to run into a lot of problems. As you know, in the playoffs, the game slows down a lot, and this is one of the reasons why I can't count the Lakers out, because if AD can come back just healthy and a fraction of what he was last year with LeBron and all, it's gonna be like, I don't care what you say. I don't care what you say. LeBron walking into your building on a game one, you gonna feel some type of way about it. You know what I'm saying? But the Warriors are really small, and their game is predicated on transition, shots, putting the ball in the ring. You know what I'm saying? And if that slows down, bro, Phoenix is huge.
Yeah.
Like I don't, you know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
I don't see him even getting to Phoenix, to be honest, just depending on matchups and who they run into.
Wow.
I know for a fact Dallas presents a big problem.
Yes.
To teams like the
Absolutely.
Warriors.
Absolutely.
Because Powell and that other kid that they got, they're big. You know what I'm saying? And Luka Doncic off the pick and roll, you can forget about it.
It's a problem.
It's a
huge problem.
So when that game slows down, and if Dallas is able to squeak out a couple games on the road late because of the half court set, and you find yourself 3-2, 2-2 going to Dallas for 2 games, it's gonna be hard.
Right.
Indeed.
Of course. I totally understand where he's coming from. I still feel like the Warriors, just because who the Warriors are and who they have, they've been there before. So is Phoenix. Yeah, Phoenix. So is Phoenix too. They've been there before. They were just there last year. You know what I'm saying? And they came up short against Milwaukee. But still, I can see that. My question for Dre is though. I heard you mention the Lakers, and this is something I don't know if you know it yet, but Trey, of course, is a Lakers fan. That he's a Laker lover. So with that being said, he's a Laker lover. So with that being said,
that sounds so. I don't know what the hell that sounds like.
He's a Laker lover. But anyway, with that being said, what are your thoughts? Because they didn't play last night, so I gotta hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts about Westbrook in LA?
Man, this is the thing. Again, growing up, I graduated high school in 2007. So I seen Russell Westbrook play basketball in high school. I seen James Harden, Brandon Jennings, Drew. I seen all those guys, and they're California guys. So like I'm partial to siding with them. So in the beginning of the year, when you told me we got Russell Westbrook, we lit.
Like most
I threw my
people.
hands up.
Everything is lit.
Yeah.
Everything is lit.
We lit, right? Because I saw what he did with Washington.
Right.
Like all Washington had was Bradley Beal, a pencil sharpener, a Bic lighter, and some paper clips, and they went to the playoffs.
Right.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
So seeing what he's going through right now is really hard to watch. It's really hard to watch because a lot of it is predicated, it's self-inflicted. Like, bro, slow down.
Like Shaq told him.
Slow down. You know what I'm saying? His shot selection is really, really, really bad. And one thing he does that I was always told not to do, when you get that deep in the paint, you can't pass the ball. You got to shoot it. And a lot of his turnovers this year have been trying to force a pass somewhere where it didn't need to go. You know what I'm saying?
Doing too much.
I think that we're so concerned on who Russell Westbrook was and not how he's playing now, and they're not pulling the plug on it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he needs to come off the bench, but his minutes got to be watched very carefully.
Ooh, Trey, what do you think
because
about that? He said he don't think
I could
Westbrook should come
agree.
off the bench.
Like I said, I could agree. Like I believe that, like I keep saying, he's the linchpin. Like he's the linchpin. What we know Russell Westbrook is or can be, you know what I'm saying, is like he said, you have to look at it like that's not who we got right now. We need to look
nope.
at who we got right now.
Yep.
And you know what I'm saying? So but we know, like I said, I don't even want, we don't even got to give us a triple double, just a little something, like, you know what I'm saying, points and all that. Like I said, some points, and sometimes he needs to be in certain situations
I
like
just
that.
want you to shoot. I just want
Yeah.
you to shoot 40% from the field and have less than 3 turnovers. That's it.
Mm.
And I
That's
don't.
it.
I want him to get that Ben Simmons mindset. Like you don't got to shoot out. You ain't got to shoot. Get downhill. You are the most explosive guard in the league. Downhill. Get
Yes.
to the cup. Finish at the rim. And ones, or you know what I'm saying. Finish. He's missing layups. It's
As a
like.
point guard, he's still 6'3",
Mm-hmm.
almost 6'4", 200 something pounds, and he's strong as an ox. So I need you to get down here, like you said, 40% from the field. He's always been a decent free throw shooter. 40% from the field, less than 3 turnovers. You can give me 15, 8, and the rebounds will take care of itself.
Yeah,
He'll be in a good position because it's all timing. He does things at the worst possible time.
I know Dre
that
does.
wing bank shot he tried to do, he can go ahead and X that out of his game. He can go ahead and
get it out of his bag. It's like he does the worst. Yeah,
I done seen him hit the scoreboard. I done seen him hit the ladies' popcorn. I done seen him hit the rafter. I done seen him hit Kobe jersey one time. He needs to stop.
Yeah, it gets bad. Like you said, those like most inopportune times, like Russ, the perimeter. You're not a perimeter shooter right now. Why are you? We down by 2 points and we got a minute and 15 seconds, and he wants to take that shot.
Yeah,
him and LeBron, they both kill me with that. I'm like, why?
I also feel like Frank Vogel. Like, if you gentlemen can answer me this question right now, Austin Reeves, I like him. I like his game. Right,
AR-15.
But what is he?
Is he a 2 or a point?
I don't know, because they will. Is he a shooter? Is he a defender? Do you look for him to get a butt? Like, what do you have him on the floor for?
That's a good question. That's a good question.
You know they're gonna attack him every time.
Yeah, because he started. So what I have seen from him is he usually lags around. He's supposed to be coming for his defensive prowess. My opinion is he does have a decent for prowess, but he cannot stay. He's not Alex Caruso. That's just that. You're saying that's what. But I think he's a better shooter than what Alex Caruso was. But I think Alex Caruso was a better defender. But he can knock down an open shot if he gets when he gets it. Hence the reason he stays out on the perimeter. He's usually the one to kick to. So I think when he in the late minutes he comes in for his defensive efforts with the ability. So I guess you could say he's like a 3-and-D, but I mean he's a 3-and-D as a guard.
Exactly. And
that's the difference.
It's like I the difference between him and Caruso was more athletic, and he can stay in front of a man. Like, my biggest thing is that when Austin Reeves is in the game, it doesn't match up well because he's gonna be either a 3 or a 2. Most likely he'll be the 2 because if LeBron's in, LeBron's at your 3 or he's even at your 4. Sometimes LeBron's even playing center. But when you got guys like him, Stanley Johnson, Taylor Horton Tucker, and then you got Reeves in the game, the room for error is like slim to none with those guys because Stanley Johnson can't shoot. Taylor Horton Tucker is very streaky. So your only real shooter is Reeves. And when you are having him guard the best player on the floor, it's kind of hard to ask him to come down on the floor
and make a shot, or even be in position, you know what
I'm saying. So I just feel like that's the biggest issue with the Lakers right now. They're very lethargic on defense, and their rotation, their rotations in and out the game is just terrible. Like, you got Dwight Howard, bro. Either you use him or you waive him. Use him or you waive him. Like, and I even think you need to use him when AD comes back. Like, AD should have been at the 4 all year long. AD don't need to play the 5. AD is not 5. AD don't want to bang.
Right. Yeah, he's not a banger.
He don't want to bang. He likes to get the ball to the perimeter, face up, 1-2 move, pull up, or get to the rack.
Right.
I like Dwight Howard because he's still feared among the league. He's still strong. You don't want to get around him. You don't want to bang with him because he's strong. You know what I'm saying? So let D Howard do what kind of Dennis Rodman did for the Bulls. Run amok, cause havoc. Do that. Let AD
Be that
and
presence.
LeBron and the rest of those guys put in the work, because I feel like AD with if like, so if the Lakers played Phoenix and DeAndre Ayton having to deal with Dwight Howard on the offensive end, like D Howard's got to guard him, right? And then they're gonna put Ayton on AD on the other end. So you got to deal with Dwight Howard bumping you, moving you, getting in your head, and you got to come down and try to guard AD on offense. What?
Yeah.
That's
I
a
feel where you're
nightmare.
going. Yeah,
And
I
I
feel where you're
just
going
feel
with
like there's got to be something going on in the background that Frank Vogel can't figure that out, because I know he's a capable coach. I'm not saying he's Phil Jackson or Lenny Wilkens, but he's a capable coach. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
And interesting
it's
enough,
rough right
they
now for
have
them boys, and I feel bad because, like I said, I'm from Cali, and
interesting
they
enough,
just
they have talked about Jenny Buss has been in contact with Phil Jackson in reference to Russell Westbrook and what he thinks and stuff like that. So when I read that, I was like, I wonder what that conversation is about. But of course, we will get to see in the coming weeks. Of course, the last couple of games, the Milwaukee Bucks took on the OKC Thunder in Oklahoma. Bucks came out victorious 142-115, improving to 41-25. Of course, they was led by Giannis Antetokounmpo, 39 points, 7 rebounds, to 76, 25 points from Chris Middleton. It was a full set. Serge gave him 14, 12 from Javon Carter, Drew 13, Norwalk 11 points. They basically, and of course, Bobby Portis a double at 18 and 14. The Thunder, unfortunately, didn't have the same. Shea Gillis Alexander, 33 points, 14 assists, 8 rebounds, 16 points from Lindsey Waters, 11 from Trey Mann, and 12 from Isaiah Robley. But of course, the deficit was too great, and they couldn't get the job done. And then, of course, your man, Bishop, the Pelicans and the Grizzlies did battle in Memphis, as the Pelicans weren't able to get the job done. Memphis victorious 132-111. The Pelicans led by CJ, of course, 32 points, 6 assists, 6 rebounds, 17 points from Will Herman Gomez. Devontae Graham contributed with 12 points, 7, and then 16 from Marshall, and 10 points from Valanciunas. Of course, that trio in Memphis went ham. 22 points from Jared Jackson Jr., 22 points from Desmond Bain, 24 points from John Morant. Additionally, with Clark with 12 points and 14 points from DeAnthony Melton. Doing his thing. Of course, as the Bishop has put up the thing, his jersey sale has gone up 151% since the NBA All-Star game. And then even with that, there is an NBA executive in the front office that basically says that Ja Morant is not as good as everyone thinks he is, based upon the fact that they believe that it's not his skill, it's basically the scheme in which they have in Memphis. Jenny, what do you say to that?
Wow.
I say that sour grapes is never good for anybody.
Blasphemy.
And him being in the front office really doesn't mean anything anymore, because they really just hire anybody. But John Morant, since the beginning of the year, since it's been averaging 30 since All-Star break. Like dude is phenomenal. Like
he's that.
I don't really. And then it's on top of that, it's like when Memphis had those dogs back in the day, Randolph, Tony Allen, Marc Gasol,
yep.
They had a squad that you expected that out of them. They center is Steven Adams. And there's no disrespect to Steven Adams, but Steven Adams is not a scoring center.
He's not trash, but
he's not trash, but he's not. You're not going to
that
get
dude.
15 and 12 out of
that dude. He's not.
He's
that
niche.
Dude.
He's that cleanup guy.
Yeah.
They're
He's a role player. He's a role player.
They're really getting it done on the perimeter. Bain, Jackson Jr.
Bain, yep.
John Morant, Kyle Anderson. They're getting it done with those guys. And my only knock on them right now is their inexperience. I want to see them go far. I know some people have them going to the Western Conference Finals. I think I heard Jason Williams even have them going to the NBA Finals. But I just feel like their inexperience it's gonna come up. It's gonna creep up.
I mean, I watched that game last night. Mad shouts to CJ McCollum. He had 15 points in the first quarter. The
Yeah,
boy
he's a
he was
dog.
killing him.
Yeah.
Man, he's a quiet assassin, bro. I watched that game. CJ was going ham on these boys. He was balling, right? He was really balling. But for that front office, whoever that front office person said, like Dre said, they obviously don't know the game of basketball, because if you watch Ja, there's his athleticism, his ball skills, all of that. That's not something because of the coaching scheme. That's man's skill. That man plays the way he plays is just the way he plays. That man plays at a level that, like, man, like, it's nothing you've seen before. This dude is above the rim all the time.
And he's only 6'3", 6'2".
Yes, he's not tall. He's not real tall. He's not. He's
180 pounds, 185.
Soaking wet, bro. He's a small dude, but the boy plays big.
Yeah,
he's huge.
He's one of those gorillas. He's a gorilla,
bro.
Like, don't fear nobody.
Like, you know who he reminds me of? He reminds me of a old school what was his name? God, I just had it. It's on the tip of my tongue. It'll come back to me. But Ja is that dude, man. I don't know why anybody would. Now, as far as them making it all the way to the finals, like, I'm with Dre on that. They're too young. They're not that. I don't see that happening. They might go a little deep into it, but I don't think they'll make it that far, bro.
No, definitely
not coming out, especially not coming out of the East. I don't see them doing that, bro. Because they got to get past Philly, they got to get past Boston, they got to get past. Nah, bro, that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen. They're gonna make a good run though. I will say this: they're not gonna get swept by no one. I don't think they're gonna get swept by anybody. I don't. But I don't think they make it out. I don't.
Nah. I don't think so either. I think I have them going into the second round, depending on who they have in the first round. If they in that, I know for Memphis, being on the West Coast, or being in the Western Conference, if you don't get the second seed, it's gonna be hard, because if Memphis is at that third seed, you got to play Denver. You don't want to go to Denver.
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't want to go to Denver.
The Joker is, you don't want to.
No, you don't want to play the joke. No, that way that boy playing right now. No.
Oh, he's my between him, Ja, and then of course DeMar's kind of fell off a little bit. Those are my three for MVP.
I was just about to ask you who your MVP were. So you don't have Embiid in there?
I do, but what Ja and DeMar are doing right now, it's kind of hard. It's really hard. DeMar DeRozan is like he
balling out of control.
He showed you what he can do in Toronto. We knew he was a dog in Toronto. He quietly went to San Antonio and said, I'm going to give you 24, 25 a game, and I'm not going to really say much. Then I'm going to go to Chicago, and I'm going to give you 27, 28 a game. Like, he's just been – and then it's like, if he has a ball within the closing seconds and he's anywhere under the three-point line, you might as well go ahead and see if you can try to get a rebound, because he's going to shoot it, and it's nothing you can do about it.
Facts.
But I think with Embiid is concerned, the fact that James Harden is here now, if he can continue to do what he's doing with James Harden there, then he will ascend himself as the big dog. Mm-hmm. Because right now, James Harden is the best player on that team. I don't care what nobody says. That's just a fact. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Year in and year out, James Harden has been giving you consistent buckets, whether he's been hurt or not. Because it's just what it is. So if Embiid can continue to do what he's doing with James Harden there, then there's a different conversation. But right now, it's Joker, DeMar, and Ja. It's just them guys is on a different level right now. And it's weird because if you ask me who the best big man is, I'm gonna say Embiid. The best big man.
Over the Greek?
Over Greek and over Joker. The best big man. Like banging, shooting, talent, like talent wise, I would say I think of Embiid as the best big man in the league, and then you got Joker right after him. You know what I'm saying? So that's, if you ask me, that's just how I feel, because Joel is just, he can do whatever he wants.
He's a beast.
Of course, as we get closer, get ready to get out of here, a couple of more things we'll cover. Tonight's slate, 12-game slate. So what
hold
we
on,
have,
Trey.
Andre,
hold on. I went 6-0, didn't I?
Yeah, both of us did. We had the same picks.
You would say that,
Yeah,
but I picked first.
exactly.
Just so you know, I picked first.
So of course, as I was saying, that so what we've been doing, Andre, is we basically of late we've been sipping, keeping our tallies.
Okay.
So you know what I'm saying. So that's what he's going off of. But of course, you know what I'm saying. Please feel to make your picks as we look at it. A slate of 12 games. The first game we have the Detroit Pistons versus will be hosting the Chicago Bulls. Gentlemen, who y'all rocking with? Of course, I'm going with Chicago, but
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead.
He
I'm
had
gonna
to
go
get
ahead
that
and
out
blind
first.
pick in the dark and take Chicago.
Come on. Is Levine back?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm going with the Bulls. Just
Okay.
because of what Dre said about DeMar. Yeah, I'm
Oh
going
well,
with
you
the
know I'm
Bulls.
rocking with Duval. He from my city. I gotta rock with
Yeah, I
Duval.
got it. Yeah, I'm going with
So of course, next up, Boston Celtics. That bad man, Jason Taylor, we was just talking about, will
DeMar.
be
JT.
traveling over to Charlotte to take on the Charlotte Hornets. Gentlemen, who y'all got? I'm rocking with Boston.
Yeah.
Is Jaylen Brown playing?
No, I don't
I
think
got
so.
Charlotte.
Ooh. I'm taking Boston. I'm going with Boston, bro. But that
Only reason why is
Yeah, let's
because
hear it.
50 they just dropped the 50 piece on their head. Now they kind of turn around and come back and play at the crib. I don't think that's gonna happen 2 times in a row.
Oh yeah, right.
I got you.
What is probably considered the game of the night, the Phoenix Suns will be traveling over to MIA to take on the Miami Heat. Gentlemen, who you are rocking with? I was going with the West Coast, but I thought that Booker and CP3 aren't there, so I'm going with Miami. Who y'all got?
Yeah, they in the 305. Victor Oladipo is back.
He is.
Man, I got the Miami Heat.
Yeah, with Hero, man, the way Hero is being a hero, man, it's hard. It's hard to go against the Heat, bro, especially at home in my. But because you two went with the Heat, I'm gonna take the Suns, man. I'm going opposite. I'm taking Phoenix. Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
go with
okay
the
to be
Suns,
different.
bro.
I like being different. It's hurt me a couple of times, but I can see.
I'm gonna take the Suns.
The Atlanta Hawks will be traveling to Milwaukee to play Fear the Deer, the Bucks. Who y'all got? I got my Milwaukee. I'm just gonna go with the easier of the two.
They in Milwaukee tonight.
In Milwaukee.
Trey, ice Trey. I gotta.
I'm gonna go. Is John Collins playing?
Yes, I think he is.
I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb and take Atlanta.
That's what I was thinking too, man. But they playing in Milwaukee, man. That's gonna be a hard game on the road to win. I'm taking the Bucks, man. I gotta go with the Bucks. That's a hard game to win on the road.
They are coming off the back to back for Milwaukee too, but I didn't think about that. But I still think Milwaukee gets it done. Next up, KAT Big Cat and the Timberwolves will be hosting SGA, Shai Gilgeous Alexander, and the OKC Thunder. I'm just going to be. I think Cat gets it done. Yeah, Cat. I'm still rocking with Cat, so I took Minnesota.
Games like these, I think of Deion Sanders when he makes his picks and he goes, "Ain't nobody care." So ain't nobody care. I'm gonna go ahead and go with Big Cat and Minnesota as well.
Yeah. Okay. Orlando Magic will be challenged to the boot, baby, down to the NOLA to take on the Pelicans and CJ McCollum. Of course, I think the Pelicans get the job done. CJ and company are rocking with the Pelicans, gentlemen.
I gotta go with CJ the way he played last night. Yeah, I'm taking the Pelicans too.
I think Cole Anthony takes a rest. I take sit outs a little bit from getting his head split open. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with New Orleans.
Okay. Next up, them LA Lakers travel over to H-Town to take on the Houston Rockets and their young phenoms. I don't foresee LeBron sitting out for this one. Even if he did, I think we can still get the W. So I'm going to stay with the home team, my home team, the LA Lakers. Of course, Bishop.
This is a problem. Well, this is a problem because the last time I picked the Lakers, they lost to the damn San Antonio Spurs in San Antonio. Come on, bro. I can't with these guys, bro. They are pathetic. I don't know what a part of me wants to pick the Rockets because you let the San Antonio Spurs win, bro.
Hey,
seriously,
I told you that was only to give Pop the W, man. Pop can get the W.
I'm with Bishop, man. I feel like this is one of those ain't nobody care games. I'm sorry. And it hurts me to say it, especially if LeBron don't play.
Right.
I'm on the side of kind of Houston just because Jalen Green is another one of those kids that's from my
Christian
city.
Wood,
Grew up in
Right.
Merced. Funny story. I watched him as a kid. Like I literally watched him as a baby grow up. I watched him play
Oh, wow.
football. Yeah, like I know his father, Enoch Green. Good dude, funny guy.
Okay.
He actually comes from Louisiana. So
Mhm.
I know that family. So I'm kind of partial to picking Houston.
Right.
But if LeBron is playing, LA is going to win. If LeBron's not playing, LA is going to get pummeled.
I could agree. I could agree.
But if I got to make a pick, I'm gonna stick with my pick. I'm gonna go ahead and choose LA.
Okay.
And with me, I like you, man. The Rockets, they're a young team, man. They're promising. They trying to figure it out. They're a young team. They got some things going on with Houston, especially with all the players in which Dre just spoke about. Like y'all. I do feel like if LeBron plays, they'll definitely get the win. So I'm that boot baby. Look at him. But I gotta go with the Lakers, especially with LeBron playing. So I'm gonna go. I'm gonna take LA.
It's not a bad choice, gentlemen. It's not a bad choice. Of course, you know, saying talking about the before talked about at San Antonio Spurs, we'll be playing a host to the Toronto Raptors. I think Toronto is, you know, saying a different, even though they're kind of like streaky, but I think Gary Trent Jr. gets it done tonight.
Yes.
And I think the Spurs are going to outplay DeJounte Murray and company. So I don't think Pop breaks the record tonight. I'm going with the Raptors.
I'm going ahead and I'm going to pick the future rookie of the year. It's Scotty Barnes. I'm gonna choose the Raptors.
Ooh, okay. Since y'all both picking the Raptors, man, I'm gonna go ahead and I say Pop gonna get that big dub tonight to take over the record and surpass the tie. And I'm gonna pick the Spurs, man. I'm gonna pick the Spurs at home since they playing at home. I gotta go with the Spurs, bro.
Okay. I got you. I feel you. So of course, next up, I think I said four more games, 3 more games. I'm sorry. No, I was right. 4 more
No, it's
games.
four.
Yes, the New York Knicks and Randall travel into D-Town to take on Luka Magic and the Mavericks. Of course,
That's the second game of the night.
Yeah.
You think so? Magic. I think Luka is definitely just going to sit up and he's going to have his way with the Knicks. I'm taking the Mavs all day.
Ooh.
Hey, listen. You mentioned my man Julius Randle, bull in the China shop. I mean, hard left hand.
Yes.
Left hand. Don't have a right hand whatsoever
At all. At all.
But you got to also look at the other lefty, RJ Barrett.
RJ Barrett.
That's one of Bishop's friends. I mean, he likes to do RJ.
Bucket. He has been on a tear. So with that being said, I feel like New York got something to prove. So I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Knicks.
Okay, I like it, Dre. I like it. I'm going with the Knicks too. Just like he said, I feel like RJ and what's his name gonna come in there and shock Dallas in Dallas. And Luka gonna have his points. Don't get me wrong. Luka gonna do his thing. He's gonna do his thing without question. He gonna do his thing, but it's about everybody else. And I think Randall and RJ gonna make it happen and get a close win over Dallas in Dallas. So I'm taking the Knicks.
Of course. Okay. To last 3 games, Trailblazers travel to Utah to take on the Jazz and the hot shooting Bogdanovich, Rudy Gobert. Even though they did take the L last night, I still think. I mean, it's the Trailblazers. I'm going with the Jazz.
Yeah, man. I got the Jazz in a route, man. I feel bad for what they're doing over there in Portland. Dame Lillard, I hope he gets right. In an ideal situation, I want him up out of there. Go ahead and slide him on over to LA. But
do that part.
They need to go ahead and do something because they finna get drugged tonight.
Yeah, I'm with Utah, man. Utah, they lost last night, so they definitely going to get a bounce back tonight weekend versus the Trailblazers. And like Dre, I feel sorry for the Trailblazers because they finna get thrashed.
Of course. As we was talking about, Joker, in the words of Andre, plays the Sacramento Queens tonight in Sacktown. Of course, like you said, the Joker. I just feel like he's my candidate for the MVP. I think he's blazing the path towards the second one consecutive. I'm rocking with the Nuggets.
Yeah, it's a foregone conclusion. I don't even know who the Kings got. I don't even know who their best player is.
Sabonis at this point. RG, it might be Darren Fox.
Yeah.
No, they got whatchamacallit too. What's the young kid?
They got rid of Buddy Hield.
Oh,
They got
Hield.
rid of
Buddy Hield.
Hield
That's
is
what I
in
was thinking.
Hield is in Indiana. The Halliburton's in Indiana, so they left with
Oh,
Fox
okay.
and Sabonis.
Yeah,
I didn't know. When did
I
they
feel
get
like
rid of Hield?
That's who they got with. They got Brooks and Sabonis and traded Hill for and Halliburton.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah,
I'm definitely
while
going with the
everyone in
Joker.
LA's front office was asleep during that trade, I guess we just didn't want to get nobody today. I mean, that's neither here nor there. We gonna stay on topic. Yeah, I'm gonna take Denver at least by 15.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I gotta go with the Joker, man. I gotta Joker. The Kings don't have a Batman, so I definitely gotta go with the Joker, man. So
Yeah,
definitely Denver.
And then lastly, of course, the Los Angeles Clippers will play host to Washington. The Wizards coming across the waters to do battle. I thought about it. I almost went with the Clippers, but I think the Unicorn, Kuz, and company get it done,
great
and the
pick.
Wiz gets the win tonight.
I got the Clippers dropping 2 in a row for sure.
Yeah, I gotta go with the Wizards, man. I feel sorry for the Clippers, man. Again, because of the fact that what's his name? The two main players for the Wizards,
Paul
Clippers,
George and Kawhi Leonard.
Yeah, Kawhi. Both of them are not playing. It's just hurting the Clippers, man. It would be a total different game or different team with them two back in the lineup. But the Wizards, I don't. Even though they're playing in LA, I gotta go with the Wizards, man.
I also think it's a testament to what Tyronn Lue is doing at the coaching helm right now because he has nobody. He's got a few league affiliate players. He's got a couple of role players, and they getting the job done. So and they spot. So I gotta tip my hat to that. And I think that even though that with that being said, they lose tonight. I think Kuz and I think the Wizards are gonna get it together.
Right. I totally agree. Yeah. It's gonna be that's one of those games that you just like, ugh. What is it gonna be? What is it gonna be tonight?
Exactly.
I definitely I gotta go with the Wiz, man. I'm hoping. I don't know. I know they were talking about it last night. They showed Kawhi shooting around prior to the game. So it looks like he's working his way back in, or hoping to work his way back in. Of course, they are he was in street clothes, just sitting on the sideline. So we'll see, man. That's not. I'm sure that's not what the Clippers had plans for with them two coming into LA at all whatsoever. So it is what it is. But with that, man, two big games tomorrow, which will be. Those games are going to be crazy. The Nets and the Sixers, which is a game in which everybody was anticipating because of the trades, and then the Warriors and the Nuggets.
I feel like they're teasing us a little bit. With Ben Simmons not playing, but they're gonna be sitting on the sidelines, and I'm just like, man, I just don't think that. My thing with Ben Simmons, man, is I wish he was more mentally tough. I feel like I think he's mentally fragile, and I wish that wasn't the case because he's literally a little LeBron. Like he's 6'9", 6'8", can dribble, he's strong, and
defense,
all world defender. I wish he was just stronger mentally. That's all.
Yeah, and I hate it. Excuse me. The Nets. That's my squad. That's my team, and so I hate that Ben Simmons is not on the court because I want him, and I really wanted him to come be on the court when he played the Sixers because I wanted him to show that this is what y'all lost, man. Understand what I do understand that this is a business, but I'm gonna show y'all why y'all should have kept me and let me be a part of this team because I feel like Ben Simmons with Embiid as well as with Harden, even though that might have not been the tandem, but still, them three out there would have been crazy. But it's the same out here in New Jersey with the Nets out there in Brooklyn with KD, Kyrie, and Ben Simmons, and then we have Seth Curry too. I feel like it's a team of great players that's going to make a run.
Lord.
Yes, absolutely. But we got to wait.
When Joe Harris come back from injury,
Joe Harris too. Yes, boy. We talk about the perimeter is on fire. The perimeter is on fire. Mm-hmm. Yeah, but man, I guess Trey got kicked off, man. So with that being said, man, our time is up, man. We just want to say thank y'all for tuning in. We also want to thank Andre Nichols, man, of the NBA, the Military Basketball Association.
Appreciate y'all, man.
Joining us, man. We enjoyed having you on the show. Man, you're more than welcome to come to be on this show whenever you got the time, man. We greatly appreciate you to come out and join us again.
I appreciate you guys for having me on. I appreciate Miss Kim for plugging me in with y'all. Y'all do great things, man. I'm looking forward to see what you guys got in the future. Like I said, if I have the time, I can get on here and talk basketball with y'all any day of the week. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all be blessed, man.
All right, man. We appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tuning in once again. It's Monday through Friday, 09 to 1100 hours. For those military personnel, that's what it is. For you civilian personnel, it's 9 o'clock to 11 o'clock a.m. Central Standard Time. We appreciate y'all, man. Enjoy y'all Wednesday. Enjoy y'all hump day. And we'll catch y'all tomorrow on First Formation. Until then, we'll holler back at y'all. Y'all have a good one, and we'll see y'all tomorrow. Roll 5 Military Fraternity Incorporated. We'll catch y'all on the next one. Fall out. Peace.